Sorry, I just wanted to make
We're
sure.
live.
So I want because remember I left at the same time we ended the stream last night. So I want to make sure everybody who's tuning in from last time.
Boy, did you
Oh,
miss
boy.
that shit. Oh,
Yeah, here we
boy.
go.
Wait,
okay,
what?
Rick, take it away. Take it away.
Let's see. Last week, I'll start at the beginning of last week since we did a couple extra things.
What is this? What happened?
You'll find out.
What's this Tiananmen Square bullshit?
Okay, let me pull up my notes here. All right, so I believe it started. We had stepped in with myself, my character Leo, and Neil's character Will. Just making sure you remember that name.
Ha ha ha.
And your character Will. Yeah, you didn't do it last time, so that's good. Let's go for a double up. So anyway, we left him off there. He was recovering with his ex. And we got a little information that there was some potential action at a place called the Tiger Claw. The agents who tried to take Petrinko and Peregrine at the LAX airport were possibly connected to them in some way. So after we spent some time, we regrouped.
Well, so what got told from Lisa was that two of them had matchbooks from the Tiger Claw Club, which was next to the the Silk Cat massage parlor in Chinatown.
That sounds like a front. That sounds like a front for hookers.
There was also a receipt from the bar, so you know
receipt, yes,
that they were at least there drinking at one night.
They were at one. Yeah, I guess that's a better way to put it. They were there at some point, so it's a possible lead for us to follow up. So we regrouped at the, I believe it was the. I didn't write the name of our hotel, then I think not up over here anyway.
The Beverly Hills Hotel.
Beverly Hills Hotel.
Beverly Hills Hotel.
So we regrouped there, and we met with Michelson and discussed our next move. And I think it was decided we were going to leave the assets at Venus, the Malibu home of Fleur Renault, I think is how that's pronounced.
Fleur Renault is correct.
Gotcha. Nice. So we hopped into our mystery machine, and we drove down there to Venus, over in it's in Malibu, right?
It was in Malibu, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So nice little place there. We encountered some very thick security, just lots of dudes with guns and dark suits and sunglasses who don't like asking a lot of questions. But they asked some questions, and we gave some appropriate answers, and she agreed to house our assets in the meanwhile, Petrinko and Peregrine.
I remember this part, yeah.
You say it. Sounds dirty when you say it. House our assets.
Yeah.
Dirty
That's
pervert.
okay. They decided to keep our people who foreign agents are trying to kill safe.
Dude, that's even more raunchy. Get the fuck out.
Well, okay. We left people there.
You're going to horny jail.
Bunk.
Listen, this is my third strike. I can't go back.
You need a lifer now. All right, continue. I'm sorry.
He's on probation.
Anyway, after we had, I believe it was Alexei, take a brief detour to the restroom and also sort of make his own appraisal of the security, we determined they would probably be safe there for the time being. Mm-hmm. And afterwards, we hopped back in the mystery machine, our van, and I believe we decided to go and investigate the Tiger Claw bar and possibly the massage parlor, but probably just the bar. So we headed out there. We split into teams. We had our ace agent, Dex, behind the wheel, watching the entrance and exit, while the rest of our team went inside. We had Alexei having a nice conversation with the gentleman at the bar, while Annette and Leo sort of stayed off and watched, seeing how things unravel. As things get a little heated with these gentlemen not finding a lot in common with Alexei, as he asked some questions about.
Alexei literally rolled a 100.
He rolled a critical failure.
On his persuasion check with the dude in the bar.
He literally could not have done worse if he just spit on them.
Shit just kind of spiraled down. He had spinach in his teeth.
There was
a
not a friendly conversation.
Nope.
Oh, but while they were having this lovely little chat here, I snuck behind them to see what was going on behind the bar. I heard some noise there, and we encountered a lovely gentleman. We didn't catch his name. But he did leave quite an impression.
His stat block was called big fuck you triad guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
but he had he became to be known by many names. As I encountered this,
Ginny Daw was the big one. Yeah.
yeah, he was a big man dressed in an interesting getup,
He had
very large,
He had
and
Bob's Big Boy
big
shirt
boy
on.
shirt on. Yeah.
yep, and doing a very startling amount of drugs of some sort.
He was getting wet.
What a Chad.
BCP getting dusted in the back.
But while that was going on, we
How do you put it
had
on?
our one of the gentlemen who Alexei was trying to get information out of was spooked by this, and he decided to give a signal to the barman. We should kill this guy and be done with it, and he himself left. Annette, as per I think it was Leo's request, went to follow, just to make sure he doesn't get away. But as he does, apparently he had some sort of history with Dex. As turns out, this was the guy who had killed Dex's brother, and in a show of zero restraint whatsoever, Dex leaps out of the van and starts firing on him, which triggers the people inside, including our large friend in the back and the three men.
Okay, in fairness to Dex, he was walking out, and then when Annette followed him, he turned around and drew his gun.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what
There we
Dex
go.
reacted to,
This
in
was-
fairness to Dex.
This was
Okay.
protecting Annette. There was nothing else going on here.
Of course, when you
Of course.
when you shouted at him.
But
Yeah.
then he did notice that it was the dude that killed his brother, and shit just kept escalating after that.
It's true.
Right.
That is
We got to one of those points where peace wasn't an option.
Yep.
Oh,
As gunshots were
yeah.
heard outside, I think it was the barman went outside to investigate, while the other gentleman inside decided to. They were just going to fight Alexei, and then the guy in the back. I decided I didn't want him to enter the fight. I fired a couple shots at him, and he didn't like that very much. So he punched me.
How effective were your shots?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to go with not very effective.
Yeah,
I
you
would say
started shooting
negative. Like
him.
I would say like -5 or something, pretty much. On those,
So
on
it was
those bullets.
basically like shooting the Kingpin in Marvel from like far back, where it's like the bullets just don't go through the way that they normally would, maybe against someone who's not that large and muscled.
Or the Kingpin on like the new on that that one character Nuke in Daredevil, like if they'll basically
Uh-huh.
taking the
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well yeah, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah.
No, I know.
Put
what
up
you're
with Daredevil in a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he had some choice words to say. He was not happy, and he expressed his displeasure by shouting at me and then punching in the face.
Chinida!
That was it.
Chinida! That's all he screamed.
The
which
only
was,
thing he said to
who,
us.
Who remembers what that is in Chinese?
on the
It's
tip of my tongue, but
it's
I'm gonna-
FU in Chinese.
FU in Chinese, yes.
Yeah. Although I have another interpretation of what that is, but we'll get
That's
to
cool.
that
That's cool. We're gonna go with Chinida. Okay.
later. Okay.
So with this, the melee started. We have these men in the front trying to beat Alexei, while this fine gentleman in the back, was kicking Leo's ass. So Leo decided he would make a tactical retreat. Meanwhile, outside the gunfight between Lo Wei, the barman, Annette, and Dex goes on. So this gentleman, after Leo flees from him, firing shots still, decides that this wall is in his way, and he doesn't feel like going around. So this guy Kool-Aid Man's his way into the bar from the back room.
Yep.
Surprising the hell out of everyone and leaving everyone a little shook.
Putting flammable liquor all over the floor and all over Alexei, who was behind the bar at the time.
Yeah, so he switches targets to Alexei, while the other patrons of the bar switch their attention to Leo. So the fight's going back and forth. Eventually, the outside gang finishes off their 2 targets and come inside to help the inside gang, who, despite Alexei's quick move of lighting this guy on fire,
Yep.
he's still not really impressed, still trying to kill us, very nearly succeeding. Alexei, I think,
kind of like Michael Myers in Halloween when he finally gets set on fire and just casually walks around.
yeah, he was not impressed.
Yeah.
So the Kool-Aid Man here is making a big impression. I think I went down to 3 health. Alexei has a concussion and is fighting to stay conscious, and things are not going our way until finally Annette and Dex come in to back us up. And after firing, I think it was like a total of like 14 or 15 shots into this guy, he finally drops. And also the bar is on fire. Things people have noticed. This has not been a quiet little information gathering excursion as we were instructed to do. Our boss, Michelson, specifically told us, okay, make sure it's quiet. I don't want another huge shootout like last time. and we elected to ignore that. We
You can all
did-
blame Alexi.
Who can say really what happened at the end of the day?
You can all blame Alexi for the fumble on the persuasion check with the 100. Natural 100.
Fuck you, Alexi.
Yeah, he's gone. Mike himself is
Uh-oh.
ducked out of shame, possibly.
Hang on, when
Yeah, a lot of stuff
Hang
happened.
on, when Mike comes back, I'm just gonna say fuck you, Mike.
Why?
Well,
No,
that's not
don't-
nice.
Don't do that.
Okay, fuck you,
Hey,
Alexi.
welcome back. Oh, okay, that's more appropriate. Yeah. More like fuck you, dice. Really, there's not so much you could do with a 100. But yeah, so we gathered up one of the thugs who lived, as well as we searched the body of Lo Wei, and we got the frick out of there. And I think that's where we left off.
When will you
With
learn?
memories of this
when will you
colorful
learn?
gentleman, this human juggernaut.
It is where we left off, and I think, Dex, you had searched Lo Wei and found a little black book.
Yeah, I have this little black book as we're making our escape.
Let's hope he does it right in Chinese.
All right, so since Mike's not here, Alexi finally succumbs to the concussion and
Passes out.
Just passes out when you guys get outside. Now, remember, you've got a prisoner. I can't remember if you guys knocked this guy out or if you're just holding him.
knocked him.
No,
We knocked
we-
one person
All right.
out.
Yeah,
So
with
you're
something.
dragging one dude. Another dude is passed out. This bar is starting to become engulfed in flames. I did say that people were pouring out of the massage parlor next door. You know, it's chaos out here. You hear in the distance the sound of sirens, both police and firefighting units. So as Alexi goes unconscious, and now you're dealing with two people out front that are dead weight to you. As the authorities close in and a crowd looks on, what do you do?
We should leave.
We need to.
I thought we already took off and left.
No.
Fuck you, Alexi.
After we
Yep.
take off and leave with the guy who's alive.
Yeah,
I mean, throw him in the
That's
van.
right.
Let's go. Really not
Yeah,
in great shape
we're-
here.
The guy in the
we
back
are
of the
taking
van.
off.
No, Vinkman, I'm not drinking booze. I'm drinking root beer.
We will tell the cops.
What?
We will tell the cops
What?
what happened later.
Oh, they'll tell the cops what happened later. Okay.
Yeah. So we're
The internet's really bad right now. Oh no.
Alexi's
All right.
not in great
Who's
shape,
gonna
and
have to
neither
go to the
is Leo.
Leo sustained enough damage. I mean, he's down to 3 hit points. He needs it's the same amount of hit points that Dex, that Will went to the hospital with. So, yeah, you guys, I'll give you the freebie and know that you've got Alexi might have concussion. It looks like he might have passed out. He might be able to be okay in a couple, but Leo's going to have to go in and have bullets removed, or not bullets
It's
removed.
great 'cause I didn't even get shot.
Not
so-
bullet, not,
He
not
didn't get
bullets
shot. No,
not-
he just.
not bullets removed, but like I think you did get stabbed at one point.
There was some stabbing.
I think you
yeah.
got stabbed at one point, and then that you had. So you've probably got a concussion too, because I think you took a haymaker from that guy.
I took a lot. I think I
Yeah.
just barely avoided a major wound.
So he's
but
got a
yeah,
lot of
probably not
contusions,
great.
probably some broken ribs, maybe a punctured lung, that kind of thing.
Yeah, one eye like swollen shut.
I'll even say with 3 hit points, you can tell like he's like, no, I am okay, but he's gurgling blood. He's starting to blood starting to come out of his mouth a little bit, and he's starting to look faint. So now you've
Okay.
got 2 unconscious dudes. You've got a dude that desperately needs to go to the hospital. The cops are coming in. Who's driving?
I'm driving.
All right.
I hope 12 of 22
Bef-
hit points is not.
Before
good
we
enough.
start, one crucial thing that may help you tonight. We need to roll to see if your luck improves. We're going to go first to Leo. Rick, please roll your luck check. And remember, this is something you want to fail.
Hey,
All right,
fun.
so instead of 2d10, you get a 1d10.
I felt like we could have used that somewhere. Else, but that's fine.
Five, here we
All
go.
right. I know. You know what you're
All
doing.
right,
You know what you're doing.
next
My
we're
bad.
going to go to Dex Paul. Dex, please give me a luck check. And remember,
I would.
You wanna
love
fail.
to.
Yes.
Dex, please gain 2d10 plus 10. You get 19 back. Good. That's better than 4.
Awesome.
Still not within that safety threshold of 30.
I mean, you got more than I do now.
I have to use some of your.
All right. Kelsey. Or no, hang on. Kelsey's in here separately. Never mind. Okay, so
Easy here.
Will,
Oh yeah. it's
give us
me.
give us a luck check.
Shit.
All right, so
Nice.
you only get 1d10 plus 10.
Oh, plus 10. Oh, I just put.
Yeah, no, it's 1d10 plus 10.
That's a little better. Okay, now I'm up to 30.
Oh! Hey!
Hey, all right.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Hey! That's pretty
All
good.
right. So next up is Alexi, who is now unconscious. Alexi, please give me a luck check.
Okay.
All right, go 2d10 plus 10 to Alexi, who only currently has 14.
10 plus 10.
And we were almost pretty much SOL last time.
All right.
Now we were fine.
All right. So next after Alexi is Annette. Annette, please give us a luck check. All right. Woo! We've had a 1 and a 100 in here.
Good to get those out
Yeah,
now.
get those out now.
Well, I could use that one later.
So,
Annette, roll 2d10 plus 10, please. Annette still got. I think she has got the most luck going into the roll than the rest of you.
I had 51.
Oh, that's right. All right, so Annette gained 21 points. You'll go up to 46 points of luck. All
Good
right.
job.
So, Dex Paul. Good thing Dex Paul got those luck points. He may need them. Dex Paul, as you and the others drag the two unconscious people into the van, you help Leo in there. Leo's looking ashen, starting to cough up a little blood. Yeah, go ahead and give me a drive auto check
Uh-oh.
I would
to
love
try to duck the cops. To try to duck the cops coming out of here.
I would not worry about my drive auto.
Oh,
Okay, you
shit.
can worry a little bit.
Oh gosh!
Do you want to spend the 13 luck for a regular success?
Fine. I guess.
All right.
You got a little too big for your britches for a moment there, and the
Mhm.
dice heard
A
you.
little, just a little.
All right.
You just lost like almost all of the luck you just gained back.
The dice respect.
So-
Easy come, easy go.
As the cops are pulling up, you see one cop car coming in the opposite direction, about to pass you. And you can tell that the guy slows down to give a little slow roll and look at your van and check you out as he moves by. Flashes his flashlight as you pass, but then clicks it off and continues on.
You. I was close.
Woof.
What would you like to do? I think
Let's go.
or where are you going out? Because the last time I think you guys had established you didn't want to take your captive back to the Beverly Hills Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So
No.
where would you like to take him instead?
Let's first bring Leo and
Alexi.
Alexi to the hospital. And they can make their way in. They can check themselves in. That'll be fine.
Just drop us out of the side. We're just unconscious on the sidewalk as they
I'll
pull
slow
away.
down. You guys just tuck and roll. I'll slow down. You guys tuck and roll. You guys will be fine.
All right, so you managed to get over to the hospital. You drop Leo off. It's about 8. It's about 8 p.m. No. Y'all aren't
okay.
staying unless y'all are staying there with him.
No, I'm not staying there.
Oh no,
All right,
Ashley,
so-
Ashley, I keep having to reload. Is it on your end, Ashley, or is it on my end?
No, I've had to do it as well, Ashley.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I've had to do it
anyway,
as well on his stream.
so I'm all. So Lexi's also kind of at the
No,
dropped
no.
off there.
You just have a concussion.
Oh, okay.
Was he unconscious?
Yeah, he's unconscious, but he's not like bleeding out of the mouth and all that stuff. In fact, I don't even think Alexi got stabbed. I think Alexi just got like
No, Alexi deflected
He
all
got
the knife
lamped
blows.
Yeah.
by the Kool-Aid
yeah,
man.
he fought the
Yeah.
nice guy off. All right,
Yeah.
so you drop. I mean, you could drop Alexi off if you want to. It's up to y'all.
Yeah,
I'm not
Um,
saying don't. I'm just saying it's up to.
I would think that Lexi would probably just go ahead and just I guess they would probably would before he passed out. He says like, no, I would just drive on and everything like this because he wants to talk. He probably would. He would say like,
There's a couple of lemons that I have this guy's name on them. So
Yep.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
He
All right.
doesn't know what he's in
So
for.
Alexi's gonna stay.
I don't I don't think you in your current state can properly ask this guy a couple questions. We'll
Well, he's
make
passed
sure you-
out. Yeah.
He's just passed out.
Hold on. You guys can weekend at Bernie's Alexi and to do it.
Hello.
All right, Leo.
Hello,
Leo,
I am
you are-
Russian.
Leo, you are admitted to the hospital.
Okay.
And while you're getting admitted, you see Lisa Melrose kind of look out. She's been staying in Big Bill's room, and she sees you coming in on a stretcher. You walk in, but they put you on a stretcher to take you into the back because it looks like the ER people, the up front, like check-in folks are like, okay, you're about to pass the fuck out at any moment. So they get you on a stretcher. They get they start applying pressure onto your knife wound.
That's
And
good.
and your face looks. I mean, your face looks terrible probably at this point,
There
right?
goes my modeling career.
Yeah, I mean, like you got hit with the big fuck you triad guy who had hands like canned hams. Dusted. High on PCP, could fight off 10 cops. And he hit
This
you
is
a
not a
few
face
times.
that'll launch 1,000 ships.
No,
right now.
no. So they're taking you into the back. Lisa sees you and she follows back and she's like, Leo, what the hell happened?
Oh, I fell down the stairs. It was terrible.
That's a 0.
All right, give me a. Let's see. What do we want to have you roll for? Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, I was hoping for fast talk, but let's go
Or
persuade.
yeah, you. Well, I mean, fast talk's kind of hard. I'll allow fast talk if you want to. I mean, just given your condition, but I'll let you do fast talk. That's fine.
Ooh, nice.
All right. So so go ahead and remember to mark that off, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
So she you're like, oh, I fell down some stairs, and she sees them holding,
It's a knife wound. the
obviously a
knife's
knife
still in
wound,
there.
and it's soaking through and everything, and she's like, but she doesn't say anything around the nurses.
Yeah, he'll give a wink with his one good eye
Yeah.
as he's talking to her.
Shit.
They're carrying him away.
And she flashes her badge at one of the nurses, and she goes, when he's stable and comfortable in his room, I want you to come back and find me if he's still awake. And the nurse just nods and goes, yes, ma'am, we will. And then she heads back into Big Bill's room and sits back down reading probably a Sidney Sheldon novel. All right.
Is Will awake?
Yeah, Will's awake. Yeah,
Okay.
so Lisa will come back in and say they just brought your buddy in.
And Will kind of looks up and goes, "What the hell happened to him?" Because he could kind of. I'm guessing he could hear the commotion of what was going on about there, right?
And she's like, no, it looks like he got mauled by Jesus.
Oh well. Hopefully, we'll know when he gets better.
Holy Spirits hits hard, man.
And
And she's like, as soon as they get him stabilized back there, I'll go back in there and see if I can talk to him. But it looks like he got stabbed, and it looks like somebody beat the living shit out of him. Like, I don't know, maybe the Hulk or somebody. I mean, like, he looks bad.
and Will kind of looks up and says, "Pray to Jesus. Hope he gets better."
Jesus was the one who did this, apparently.
Right.
I used to say that all the time. Like when I come up and see a friend who looked like shit, I'd be like, "Oh, you look like you got mauled by Jesus," and they're like, "What does that mean?" I'm like, "Well, think of how bad it would be if you pissed the Prince of Peace off. Like you find like Jesus has finally hit his limit and he just whips your ass."
Fucking just.
I'd never considered it before, but now I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to
that
use
makes
that
sense.
one.
I'm
this
gonna-
day.
I'm gonna
minute-
use this now.
that one moment you make Jesus go, "God damn it," and just lose his shit, and go on you. Like
I'm
a
gonna
spider
damn
monkey.
you.
I bet that's
Yeah.
horrible. All right. Anyway, we've got Dex and Annette and an unconscious Alexi and an unconscious Triad guy. Dex, Annette, what are you guys doing? Where you taking this guy first of all?
Okay. Let's see. Here's an idea. Give me just a second.
You want to take him to San Fernando? You want to take him to Porn Valley? You can take him to Porn Valley.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's just
dear.
go to Reno. Let's go have some fun.
You got some very weird threats out there.
Reno's a little far away.
Yeah, it is a little far away. Give me this second. What is that like huge like under like It's like it's not a sewer. It's not an aqueduct. It's like a big like sloop of like water where it can run through.
Oh,
the
you
city.
mean the LA River?
The
You
LA,
mean the-
LA River?
You mean or
I know there's like parts that are like like lower down and everything like that. Would we?
you
be
mean
able
you're
to,
talking
like,
about you're talking about the reservoir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're looking for like somewhere that can
Ashley knows exactly what you're talking about because she's probably spent a lot of time there in Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm.
So somewhere you could torture someone and there's no one around to hear it.
Yeah, there's a lot of like
Yes.
little tunnels and
Like
shit
little
that
aqueduct
looks
tunnel
like they're
things.
dark.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes, we're looking for a good torture spot that's not already taken. We don't want to like be budging on other people.
we don't want to take the spot if the FBI's already reserved it to.
Look, I gotta respect the FBI because they usually are really far ahead in their reservations. So,
All right. So
I mean,
yeah,
that's
you
fair,
you bring
Is that
the van.
spot hidden
find-
or something?
Um,
How about library use?
library use would not. What are you trying to? What you trying to? You want to make
Finding
a
a
roll?
good spot for this.
Finding a good spot for this. Yeah. Fuck it. I'll give you spot hidden.
Okay, good. All right. I might need your help in that. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, I really need your help in that. I'm not really finding a good spot for this. We need to tie him up.
Poor Annette's like, do I got to do every goddamn thing myself?
She's certainly been a powerhouse
This
in our
group would be so lost without Annette.
Mhm.
All right,
There we
Annette.
go.
Annette, mark off your spot hidden box if you haven't already on your skills. Annette, you do find sort of like a little service road that goes down there, and goes kind of. There's like a little drive that then goes into one of the tunnels that connects past, into the larger area. So you find a really dark tunnel to bring this guy down into, and you point it out to Dex. Dex, go down there. And if you're talking, I can't hear you at all.
You should be good. Say something. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I didn't hear that at all.
Nope.
Yeah, neither.
Adjusting one more time. Say something. That should be working.
Nope.
One moment, please. Ah,
Did you?
hello.
Yeah.
That should be working now.
Did you not
We
put
can
the-
kind of hear it,
Yes. We can now hear you. Okay, Chris.
Say testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello.
All right.
Hello.
All right. So, Annette, you find that tunnel and point it out to Dex. I'm assuming Dex drives down there.
Down.
You take this right, and then this left, and then go down that way.
Pulled into the tunnel. Once we get a good distance away from the the opening, I'll kind of pull the car over and turn off the headlights.
Okay.
Let's see if we can tie this guy up and ask a few questions.
We.
Alexi, I'll reach back and actually park, tap his shoulder, tap his knee or something like that. 'Cause,
Alexi, give me a Constitution check.
Okay. One moment.
Just shake off the concussion.
Oh man, nope.
Alexi, would you like to spend 22 luck to
You know what?
wake up?
I might as well because I don't want to miss this.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, you've got 28 luck right now. You won't need this later.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
I mean, I'm good for now.
They
There
can
are
handle
worse
the,
things than
inter-
just
they
taking
can
a
handle
nap,
the
you know?
interrogation later, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
All
how
right.
long before? Yeah, how long they gotta wake up or something?
We did say last time you had a concussion, so you're probably
Yeah.
and you just failed your Constitution saving check. So yeah, they're probably going to have to help you back into the hotel tonight.
Okay.
All right, so Annette and Dex, what do you do with this guy, who is also currently unconscious?
all right.
Before we get to the interrogation, I'm gonna turn to Dex and just say, "What the fuck was that?"
What he'll say is gets the seatbelt off and kind of goes into the back of the van, starts skiing and finds something to tie the guy up with.
I raise my eyebrow. You know exactly what I'm asking about. You immediately shot him. You immediately pulled out your gun.
And that he was pulling his gun on you.
And he didn't do anything. He didn't threaten me yet. He didn't say anything. You were already in a rage, running out of your car, screaming at him and shooting at him? What's going on?
Well, I want to make sure that people aren't getting shot. Back in I know you weren't trained in language, but if a suspect draws a weapon, you're allowed to escalate to the next level, which is opening fire. I'd rather 5 bullets in that guy, whoever he was, than in you. Did you find like jumper cables or like anything like a?
What? Hang on. Wait, hang on. Point of fact, you know exactly who that guy was.
Yeah, you shouted his name as you shot him.
I mean, he killed your brother. You recognized him.
I am playing it off as as not a big deal.
Okay. So then, so you went from that to asking if you find jumper cables in the van?
Tie the guy up in.
What do I need to roll to know that?
No, you don't need a roll. Yeah, there's jumper cables in the van.
Oh, perfect.
No, that's Alex is looking for jumper cables. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck just happened.
Okay. So you're talking to him about what the fuck just happened, and he's like, well, I'm in self-defense.
Would that be a fast talk versus a?
No, you don't make social checks against like other characters.
Okay, got it. Then you can probably tell that I'm making light of a specific situation.
I tell you what, I'll give you a psychology check to see if maybe there's more on Dex's mind than he's saying.
Oh yeah, no one's making a luck save on that.
You know what? Light's been going down tonight, so maybe
It was probably a coincidence he knew that guy's name.
yeah. So it's kind of hard to get a read on Dex right now. But Dex, yes, you do find jumper cables in the back, as well as a spare tire, a tire iron, and a copy of Hustler, year-old copy of Hustler. Back when Bush was still king.
Of course.
I don't know why I had to throw that in there. I feel smarmy now.
Fine.
Some character.
Well, you tried, but
Okay. Well, she's got the tire iron. I'm going to use the jumper cables to tie the guy up with his arms behind his back and everything like that.
All right, so you're tying him up with a jumper cable.
Yeah, just I need something to tie him up in. So
okay.
I don't think I'd have something else for that.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, this guy's unconscious. Huh?
I didn't bring my torture kit with me, so you got to make do what
you're gonna have to improvise. Yeah. So this guy's unconscious. You, how are you tying him up with the jumper cable? Are you tying his hands, his arms? What's going
I'm gonna get his hands to the wrists together. I'm gonna put it behind his back and everything.
Okay.
And I'll kind of push him so he's on his side and everything like that. So it'd be tough to actually get himself up.
Okay.
So if he's ever.
Okay. All right. He's
have
still unconscious.
Extra jumper cables.
That's fine. He is still unconscious.
Okay. All right. I'm going to see if I can get him to wake up. I'm gonna put my hand on his head and kind of hold it and just kind of shake it a little bit. He didn't get hit in the head, right? It's probably fine.
I think you guys actually did knock him out in the head. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I shouldn't shake his head.
But yeah, after you smack him around a little bit, maybe.
Hey.
Slap his cheeks a little. Hey, wake up. His eyes kind of flutter open, and he looks at you, and his eyes take a moment to focus, and he spits right in your face.
Here we got introductions off. He's gonna kind of sit opposite of the guy as he says, "We have a couple of questions for you that we really hope that you were agreeing to."
Fuck you, American. Chang no rat.
I love how matter of factly you said that. Just fuck you, American.
And he says, "Tell you what, you give Chang 5 minutes alone with whore," and he points over to Annette. Chang may tell you his address.
I don't think you want 5 minutes with her. I think she'd break your fucking teeth in.
And he starts smiling.
So, I need to know a lot more about the Russians who were there previously, and about your boss in there, the one who ran out.
And I need Dome from Pretty Girl. And he starts laughing again.
I'm going to.
Yeah, you get the hint that like you're gonna have to work on this guy a little
Yeah,
before
I'm
he starts
going
to crack. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna kind of. I'm gonna sock him in in like the cheek.
Okay. So you punch him in the cheek, and he kind of reels back, and it looks for a moment like he's gonna go unconscious again.
Hey! I'll kind of like grab his like shirt and everything like that, and kind of tug him a little bit, saying, "We're gonna do this all day. I'm happy to wait till you wake up again and keep going like this. Really don't want to keep this going longer than it has to. Come on." I'll kind of like shake him a little bit.
All right. So you've already punched him once. Go ahead and give me an intimidation check, because it feels like that's what you're going for here.
Yeah, I'm not trying to smoosh this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I don't know.
Would you like to spend 28
I-
points or 18 points of luck? I'm sorry.
I have 10, so I can.
Ah.
You could try and push the roll.
He spits at you again. Oh yeah, you could try to push the roll. That's true.
Go for a 22.
You could try to push the roll. You've got to tell me what you're doing to push the roll. But then if you fuck up, something bad's gonna happen.
No, he is too important.
All right. So he spits back at you and kind of laughs, and he looks back over at Annette. You know, pretty girl, why you would lose a.
Let's see.
If Kelsey's talking, we can't hear.
Yeah, no, she just snickered.
Okay.
Alright then.
Even she's laughing at you, man.
Alright then. Well, let's get a little bit more rough. Hey, can I have that tire iron?
Are you talking to me? I mean, or are you talking to Annette?
No, I'm talking to Annette.
Annette,
Annette's talking.
we can't hear it all.
Yeah, we can't
We
hear.
can't
him.
hear.
Hold on.
Just steal Alex's mic.
1 second. USB audio PNP device. Okay, good.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
there you go.
Yeah, we can hear you
There
now.
we go.
Welcome to the
Hello.
party.
Like if you were responding to the way this guy was talking, we didn't hear any of it.
Well, you know, I giggled, I laughed at him.
Okay. All right.
I'll be like, I'll walk over and I'll be like, Dex, you actually, and I'll hand it over. But maybe our friend.
You just cut out again.
Oh my
No,
god.
No, here you are.
We
Here
can
you go,
hear
here
We
you
can
are.
hear you. Just keep going.
You good?
Maybe our friend here needs to just answer the nice questions we ask.
All right, so you're handing the tire iron over to Dex. And basically, you're just you key in on the fact this guy's being lewd towards you. You can make a persuasion check if you want to try to see if you can like schmooze him a little bit. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be
No.
okay. Never mind.
I'm aiming for.
Okay,
Kind of do.
all right.
Kind of, but no, my persuasion's absolute horseshit.
Well, you can
so,
use charm if you want to. Do you have charm?
do I have?
Yes, you have a 15 charm.
Yes, I do have charm.
Okay, if you want to, you can make a charm roll, but it's gonna have to be a hard success.
Okay. So I press the hard button, or do I?
No. Just okay.
Ooh.
Would you like to spend 23 points of luck?
Good grief,
You
man.
need the.
I need the hard. Remember?
Oh, the hard. That's right. Never mind.
I don't have
yeah,
53, so yeah, no.
yeah, that's right. All right. So he's not all impressed.
Fine. So I have the tire iron now.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Well, then I.
This is exactly like torture goes down in D&D for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You should have brought the oranges.
I'm usually not the torturing guy, so I'm actually.
Well, the torturing guy is unconscious at the moment. That's
And
the
let's see,
problem.
if he was awake, he'd be like, "Well, you need lemons and
No, he's got an idea.
some
I have an idea
peppercorns and-
too, but it's just
All right.
unfortunately I'm unconscious.
All right, Dex.
Alright, so I got the tire iron and everything like that. And as he's just kind of like snickering or something like that, I'm gonna bring it down and like, I'm gonna try and hit him like in the shin.
You're gonna hit him in the shin? Okay.
Yeah.
So you strike him in the shin, like how hard?
Uh, to give him a look, make sure he's know we're not fucking around.
Give me go into your weapons section and give me an unarmed check.
Sure.
I want to see. You can't miss, but I want to see if you get like a hard.
Ooh,
Okay, so
yeah.
so you did hit him. It's not a hard success, but you did whack him pretty good. Okay.
Got it.
And you don't hear anything break or anything, but yeah, you whacked him at a good angle, and he kind of screams out. If you would like to, you can make another intimidation check.
I'll lean over and say, I really don't want to have to do the other leg. Why don't you tell me what it is? Tell me what I want to know.
I want him
No,
to
there
do
you
the other
go.
leg. There we go. Yeah.
He's like, fine. What you want to know?
Says,
Just leave Chang alone.
there were Russians in your bar either yesterday or earlier. Not the guy back there. Other ones. I want to know.
And he
who they
shakes
are,
his. He's
where they
shaking.
were.
He's shaking his head no.
Says, oh really? Because we know where they came from, and we know that they came from the bar.
Not Russian.
Not Russian.
Not Russian. I know who you talk about. The group European. Not Russian though.
Yeah, they were European.
European.
And he nods, but
Where
not
were they?
Russian.
Where were they staying? Who were they?
Don't know. Kept to yourself. Talk to Lo Wei out back.
Will we make any changes? So you guys do anything after talking to him?
Told us do nothing. Talk to them and then talk to short American girl with long hair.
Short American girl with long hair.
Long dark hair. Assume she was a whore for Lo Wei.
I'm going to take a moment and kind of check the little black book that Lil Wei had.
Okay. So the last two entries in this book, you see a lot of Chinese names. Number one.
Yeah.
Some little notes out in the margin. This fucker owes me money. Stuff like that.
Is it written in English?
No, it's written in Chinese.
Okay.
You can't read Chinese, right?
No.
No. Okay.
None of us.
then
Well, we're all trained in Russian in Soviet counter intel, not Chinese.
If only you had somebody who spoke Chinese right
Yeah.
there next to you.
Oh
If
yeah.
only.
This sounds like something. This is exactly what I would do. I would just fucking stun lock the game just to be petty.
I guess we give up here.
Oh well, Trell's gone cold. Oh well, anyway.
Liam didn't give us enough to go on, so I guess it's over.
The next scene is Will at the local community college taking night classes
All
for
right.
Chinese.
All
Like,
right. All right, what are we doing?
All right. So, I'm gonna flip back to the last pages.
Okay.
I'm gonna open it up and everything like that, and show it to the guy. And says, "Read it out. Read all of it out.
List
And
people.
don't make me second guess what you're saying."
List people who owe Lo Wei money. And then he kind of grims. He kind of laughs. Not owe Lo Wei money anymore. And then he shakes his head. Just kind of looks down and shakes his head. Spits some blood on the floor of the van. Last two. And he kind of focuses on the last two entries.
Hold it still.
Last two, Mrs. Jennings. Last one, just Z.
Z.
Just
The letter?
Z.
Hmm.
Yes.
I'm gonna give a think for a second. I don't happen to know any Jennings. This is a big city, of course. Okay. We'll we'll have to bring that back to some of the people. I'm gonna
Hang on. Alexi, give me another Constitution check.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna check. I was gonna give him a check saying, hey, if he's awake yet.
Okay, Constitution check. All right. Oh, thank goodness.
Alexi, as you hear the name Mr. and Mrs. Jennings,
Mm-hmm.
your eyes kind of flutter. You kind of groggily come to.
Uh-huh.
You know who Mr. and Mrs. Jennings are.
Oh, do I?
You've heard that name before. Used
Ah.
by former friends of yours that you have seen recently.
Ah. Okay.
Z
And
doesn't ring any bells, but Mr. and Mrs. Jennings, you absolutely know who Mr. and Mrs. Jennings are.
they're code names. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So, as Alexis groans a little bit, he's like, oh. He's like, ooh. He's like, and he mutters something in Russian, basically. He's like saying, like, oh. He's like, good ball fight. Worst hangover ever. And he kind of looks over at the guy. He's like, and he looks over at the guy that Dex and Annette are talking to, and he says in English, he goes, say anything?
Alexi, welcome back.
Oh, hello. Oh, Ooh, he says, he says, thank you. He says, do we have any aspirin or what they call of any kind?
Alexi, we got a little bit of info. We're gonna kind of step to where he was in the van and kind of show him the little black book, and says the guy who we were having a gunfight with was making some kind of deal with a Mr. and Mrs. Jennings, and then a separate deal with someone called Z. Know anyone like that?
Mr. and Mrs. Jennings, I may recognize the name. Z? Does he says, what team did he say anything about Z? Points to the other guy.
And he kind of looks to the beat up guy and says, you didn't see this Z guy or anything like that, right?
Not know who she is.
And what do he says? What do you know about Mr. and Mrs. Jennings? Did you see them at all?
Not seen them long time.
When see them last?
And he thinks for a moment. 2-3 months, maybe. Been a long time.
Who else did you see at? But who else you see at that bar? That you said Did you already ask? He says, did you already ask him about the other people who came to the refresh me? Somebody refresh me what he said. It basically looks at Dex and everything. What is he?
They were a bunch of Europeans who met with their boss.
And did he says, and did you talk to the? And he says, did you talk to these Europeans? Mr. What's your name?
Name Chang. No, did not talk Europeans. Europeans talked to Lo Wei.
And what happened to Lo Wei?
Lo Wei killed tonight. And he points, and he kind of nods over towards the Dex.
And then you kind of look, and then Lexi looks over at Dex, and he looks back at the same. Then he looks back at the looks at me and says, "So what you tell me is, you don't know anything."
And he just sort of shrugs. And he looks over at you, Dex. I tell you all I know.
I'm gonna need to.
And at that point, Alexi takes out his gun and points it to his head.
Okay.
And he says,
Wait, Alexi
would-
puts the gun to his own head or to the guy?
No, he points it to this guy's head.
Because I don't know with Alexi. Alexi's kind of weird.
Yeah, no, he points at this guy's head. He
Alright.
says, "You sure? You know that you've told us everything we need to know?"
He just calmly nods. Ching tell you everything, Ching no.
And Alexi pulls the trigger and shoots him.
Holy shit!
Blood
Yeah, that
and,
kind of saw that coming.
blood and brain all over the windshield, the interior of the windshield now, and all over the dash.
We gotta go.
Ooh.
We get to,
God,
Probably should have done that outside, honestly.
why in the car?
I mean, at least this gets to. At least we get to keep the crime scene, somewhere else. Here.
Like, you could
And
have gone to
basically-
a black site then. I mean,
And then basically, and then
hang,
after,
hang
let's-
on, hang, what, hang, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa.
yeah.
So as this happens, Dex, you absolutely cannot drive this van back.
Yeah. Uh,
You don't have the cleaning stuff to clean the windshield. There are bits of brain all over the dashboard and blood everywhere on the windshield, bits of skull. You're gonna have to probably just leave the van here.
well, I don't want to leave the van here with all our fingerprints. Everybody, let's grab our stuff. I'm going to grab the corpse and kind of drag it up into basically the driver's seat.
Okay.
And says, Alexi, can you get some kind of rag and stick it into the gas tank?
Oh, I see what you. Yeah, I know. I went way ahead of you. And Alexi already kind of like gets finds a rag. He's gonna basically gets like a hanger thing because he's gonna like that scene. Like he basically gets a.
I did the math. I know what
Yeah.
Alexi's going to do. Yes.
Yeah. Mhm,
Yeah.
yeah. So Alexi's gonna be
Way
yeah.
ahead of
She's
you.
gonna
Okay.
proceed to head on the set the car on fire to basically destroy all evidence. Yeah.
Okay, so Alexi puts the cloth into the finds like a rag or a handkerchief, so puts it into the opening of the gas tank,
Mm-hmm.
lights it up with like a lighter because he's a chain smoker,
Yep.
and then you guys, I'm assuming, move away from the van. Hopefully,
Go take
Oh
our-
yeah.
as you
Go
move
ahead.
away from the van, after you get about 50 yards or so, big explosion lights up the night, the darkness of that tunnel. You see orange glow coming from that tunnel as the van ignites and continues to burn.
Go. Let's get out of here, guys. That
And
was-
as he's walking away, and Lexi's kind of still groggy, says, "Next time you bring someone to interrogate, make sure he knows everything and rather just be goon."
And Dex
And
says, Alexi says this. I mean, this guy actually did give you some info.
Yeah, he gave us some good info. We got
Yeah.
these Mr. and Mrs. Jennings. We got this Z guy, and we know that we know for sure that they're not the Russians. They're Europeans. And
True. But
so
we
need
already
to,
true.
We need to find these Mr. and Mrs. Jennings and whoever this Z person is. There was also this American woman he was talking to with short black hair. Not enough info to tell who that could possibly be,
Hmm.
but we
Well,
can
there's a lot of
keep that in mind.
American women with brown hair,
Black hair.
black
Or
hair.
black hair.
Oh,
Oh, black hair, that's rare.
I should
Okay.
have asked how short the black hair was.
Well,
well,
he did say
Well-
she had long black hair.
long black
You
hair.
can't really ask him now.
I thought
Yeah, no.
perfect. I'm glad I respected.
Short, long.
He did say short or long black hair.
That was some good info, and we got this, which we need to have Will decode. So how about we go get a cab to the hospital and see if we can get any blood that's on us getting rid of.
I should.
Hmm.
One thing I should have done. I should have come up with an '80s LA hospital
Right.
scene for.
So
so I
this
could-
is
so I could-
we're
I didn't
here
know
a
we'd
lot.
I didn't know we'd be spending that much time there. Okay,
Is
so
it,
you
well,
guys grab a cab
Yeah.
and head over to the. Or this guy's dead. So.
Yeah.
Actually,
This
hang on.
guy's gone.
Hang
Hang
Yeah.
on. Let me find this real quick. Give me a second.
You know what? I feel like the fucking CIA after that one.
Hey!
Not exactly.
Oh my
That seems
god.
better. Look, honestly, I'd be a little disappointed if we didn't do stuff like that.
I love how there's just a
Yeah.
thing of fire right over there. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect.
Okay. R.I.P. Chang. All right, so you
Yep.
guys get over to the hospital. You check in with the ICU nurse, who tells you where you can find your friends down the hall. Will, you and Lisa are still in the room. You're waiting for Leo, for them to tell you that you can go in and see Leo.
Am I up on my feet? Am I up on my feet?
Oh
or am I
no,
still
you're
in
still
bed?
you're still in bed.
Ah, shit.
Um,
Okay.
You got shot yesterday.
Yeah, you're still in bed, and so you and Lisa are sitting there. She's reading her Sidney Sheldon novel. You're probably doing the crossword puzzle in the New York Times. You know what? I don't want to take away your player agency. What are you doing to kill the time in 1987 in your hospital bed?
He's doing Sudoku.
They didn't have Sudoku in '87.
Fuck. I guess he's just reading the paper.
He's inventing Sudoku.
He's playing. He's playing with color forms. Okay. So anyway,
light print.
you're in bed. Lisa is reading, and you guys see the others, except for Leo, come in now. Looking like they've been through a lot tonight.
And Will looks up and he goes, "What the hell did you guys do? What happened?"
Well,
We got in bar fight.
Next gets the lead.
Is that what happened to Leo? Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
you people.
You should have seen the
All right.
guy.
All
He's
right,
like,
real quick. Hang on, pause. I gotta get up and get a drink. I'll be right back in my throat.
Okay.
Oh man. It's like between
I
It's like
hate I hate that I hate that I was so cavalier in the first combat roll because now I'm missing so much stuff. Like in
I'm gonna be right
universe,
there with you. Don't worry.
in universe,
Oh, no.
in universe, Will has missed so much shit, and he's just like on the periphery. He's like, "What did you do?
Hey,
What?"
if you missed anything, that would be the one to miss. Because to be honest, the fucking Kool-Aid man beat the shit out of us, dude.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah. And but at least we got some interesting. At least we got some interesting info out of that.
Oh yeah, you're also covered in blood still, right? Because of the.
Well, that's why Alexi said bar fight because he could
Yeah,
pass.
it probably
it
smelled like smoke too from setting the car on fire.
and also
and the
send
bar, yeah.
and the bar on fire. Yeah.
Oh,
that
hang
too.
on. Did you guys see that Arthur ended today?
Arthur, what the children's television show?
Yeah, after 25 years, it's finally over.
Well, the guy's probably finished with college by now, right? Like I don't know how much.
No, they
more
did like a
content
time.
they
They did a
have.
time skip. DW's a fucking cop.
Okay. Yeah.
World-renowned tattletale DW is a fucking cop. It kicks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It
yeah.
tracks.
Oh my gosh.
Venkman, yes, I am still stuck in bed, Venkman.
Alrighty, I'm
That's
back.
You
All right,
should
I'm
be
back.
nice and-
Continue.
it's better to be cozy in bed than
Getting
be
shot at.
hanging out.
All right, I'm
we
back.
weren't even
Continue.
shot.
Okay.
All right. Let's go.
So Alexi's like, I imagine he's looking around. He basically calls for whatever, like the next nurse and everything like this. Like he's like, trying to get attention of a nurse or doctor or whatever it is.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy enough. I mean, there was a nurse that like literally led you back in. So.
Mm-hmm. And he basically says, "Do you have any kind of medication for headache, pain?"
And she's like a middle aged. She's like a middle aged, no nonsense. Like a big black gal nurse.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, medication, honey. No, you're in a hospital. Duh.
Yes, I know I'm in hospital. I just got hit in the head with, splitting headache and everything. I just need a little.
Yeah, I'll bring you some aspirin.
He says, whatever the word is, thank you in Russian. He says that. Oh.
Okay.
Duncan.
All right.
Yeah. Danke.
So
Yeah.
she well, Danke's German.
No,
So-
Danke is German, yeah.
So she goes back to get the aspirin, leaves you guys alone again so it's just y'all in the room now.
So, we went to get some information at that. I think it was the White Lotus. Is the name of the bar?
Tiger
Yeah.
Claw.
Not even close.
Tiger Claw.
Fine. That's
If you
fine.
combine the two of them, you
Tiger
can have White Claw.
There you go.
Just chalk it up to a concussion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It wasn't even punched that he has a concussion.
All right, let's try to stay focused. Let's Let's try to
So
stay
probably
focused.
together carefully. But okay, so we went to the Tiger Claw. We split up a little bit where we had most of the people inside and me outside. From what I saw, this guy was leaving. One of the guys was leaving. Annette followed him out. He turned his gun on her. We started open firing, and our fight escalated inside until it burned down and killed a bunch of people. We made out with a hostage. I'll take a quick glance, make sure that none of the cops or anything like that are still kind of watching him. And
Well, Lisa is a cop.
Lisa's right there, you fucking moron.
Your LAPD liaison literally right there in the room.
we got some info out of one of the guys to we got some info out of one of the guys for some stuff going on. There's a
And then as you like some stuff going, Lisa kind of gets the hint, and she's like, "I'll be in the hallway. I'm gonna go check on your friend."
and Will nods and says, "Let me know if he's okay."
Will do. And then she kind of
I
rolls
love
her
how
eyes. At the
bored
rest of
she. I
you,
love how fucking bored she sounds. Just like, yeah, whatever.
she
we could talk about all the cool stuff, but she never gets to listen.
So yeah, she comes down the hallway to go to check on Leo and see if Leo's done it. She comes down there. Leo, you see her come in, but the nurse is still working on you. So the nurse says, it's gonna be a little bit. Doctor's still pulling the last bullet out of him, or or not
It's
the last
crazy.
bullet.
Still some
she,
left over from
The
yesterday.
stitches, you mean? Yeah.
Stitching him up and everything. So now it's just, and we'll drag you guys back down here so we can kind of separate y'all a little bit. Y'all are in here, just down in Will's room now. So y'all can kind of talk freely.
Oh, okay.
That was the whole reason I had her leave the room. So y'all can,
Has the aspirin come yet for Lexi?
not yet, no.
Okay.
I'll be quick. We took one of the guys. We brought it back down into the we brought him back down into the LA reservoir in a little tunnel off, and got some information out of him.
And Will says, "What did you learn?"
So we got first off this black book with some of the info here. He's gonna kind of show it. And
Can Will read it? No, wait. Will can't read Chinese, and he kind of looks at it. He kind of looks at it and says, "Well, I can't read this."
He points, says right here, shows Mr. and Mrs. Jennings, which Alexi seems to know.
And Will turns to Alexi and says, "So, how do you know Mr. and Mrs. Jennings?"
It's probably not hard to figure out because there's probably not a Chinese word for Jennings.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm mostly forcing Mike to roleplay here.
I know.
And so Alexi, like in his thing, says, "I knew them back in old days. In fact, I may have lead, but I want to if it's all right with you, I want to pursue it, on my own, because I don't want to put any of you else in risk."
I mean, that sounds like you'll just take all the risk, and we may not see you again, Alexi.
Oh no! I'll be back. I'll be back. See, I just want to fall. He says,
Mike, you're tempting fate with that one.
Okay.
But I do. But I just want to say though, if what you say about these other European folks, it may not. I mean, based on what we know, they might be again. It seems like third group rather than Soviets and involved. They did say Eastern. The Shane did say something about the Europeans. That he didn't say they were Russian.
And Will says, "And where is he? Your informant / hostage. Where is he?"
Taking a sauna, a very hot sauna, out in the LA River.
And Will kind of nods and says, "Okay."
Well, we don't think. Well, no. Well, it wasn't exactly like what we were supposed to do with him. I mean, I don't know if we had to take him back with us, so I'm not sure that we have a really in Beverly Hills hotel that can basically store him. And
I mean, in fairness, if you brought him back to Michelson, you'll look like, the fuck you bringing him to me for?
yeah, right, yeah. So he's just like,
why is this guy breathing? Why are you?
yeah, right, yeah.
We didn't do the wrong thing. We didn't do the wrong thing.
Yeah, no, you did what your training told you to do. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe
and to
not-
clarify, Will isn't like disappointed. He's just kind of like, yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, I probably would have done that.
Feel better.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So, okay, so Alexa, you know these people. You're gonna try and do some snooping?
I think I have idea. I think I have idea, but it'd probably be best if if they don't see all of you coming, perhaps.
So, you're gonna bring someone with us?
Well, I have idea. Rather than I can go talk to them alone, and you lot can stay outside, and and just wait just in case, because it's best if they not see you. It bet they might be see if they see me. Maybe things go okay. But if they see you with me, then maybe things go. Well, let's say we have another fight. Let's say another bar fight happens.
And Will kind of Will. Oh, sorry.
Let's keep it to a minimum.
Mm-hmm.
All right then, Alexi. I'll drive you there, and I'll hang out
Mhm.
outside. But we gotta play it smooth then if you're gonna be in there by yourself. It's getting late. I probably have to go get some stitches for the graze that I got during that fight. So,
Oh, yeah. We're not going to do it tonight. I have to. Besides, I need to get some sleep, and I think William needs to get. William, you look. How are you, other way? Are you on mend and everything? Or you look like you're a little bit more.
He's not like near death like he was yesterday, but he's still not in like amazing shape. I'm guessing. Is that right,
He's
George?
not about to jump. He's not about to jump out of the bed. No.
Yeah.
And Will says, well, I've been better, but I've definitely been worse. Yesterday I was worse.
Yeah. Well, the Leo's kind of also look like he's in rough shape too.
I saw.
We might want to check. We might want to at least stay here and check on him, to see if he's alright before we go.
And Will nods and says, "Let me know how he is. I know Lisa went to check on him, so."
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and stop there. We're gonna say that you guys stop in to see Leo. We're gonna say Leo is conscious, but in a lot of pain. But it looks like they've got him hooked up to like a Demerol drip, maybe.
Get that morphine.
to help. They still. I don't know. Morphine's for like extreme pain. I think like Leo would just be more injured than
My
necessarily
man's coughing up
pain.
blood.
You're right.
I didn't need that blood anyway. It's fine.
The damage was all internal, so the blood's still in there.
If a kidney stone puts me on morphine, I think this deserves morphine.
Well, when I had a kidney stone, they put me on Demerol.
Mm.
I've never had morphine. I've always had Demerol.
I'll take
All right.
whichever one's less strong.
Yeah,
to be honest, I still need
yeah,
my to stay.
GM says you got a Demerol drip. That's what the DM
Fine.
said.
It's just what I wanted. Perfect.
All right, very good. So yeah, you managed to go in. Make sure Leo's okay. Bring him up to speed on what's going on. In which case, Lisa goes back to Bill's room. And then we'll say you check back in at the Hollywood Hotel. Check in.
Hold
with,
on. If they're gonna fill me in on what happened, then I do have something I might add.
Okay, go ahead.
You said this person, Z is the name?
That's apparently what he said. I mean, Dex was one who talked to mostly. So.
With you said long dark hair, yes?
Well, yeah. You said that was woman, not.
Yes. There is. My head hurts, but I remember there is an agent in the area by that name, with her name. Another one of our agents. Simmons. His assistant is Zoe. Matches her description. Talk to Michelson. See if you can get her whereabouts.
Okay. All right.
That's all.
Okay.
I will nod and I will, because I view Leo as one of my closest friends at this point in the agency. I'll give him a kiss on the cheek and be like, "Get better soon, my friend."
That hurt very much.
Yeah, imagine his whole face is
Yeah.
like, yeah.
But thank
All right. All right. So let's see. It's just the three of you then returning back to Michelson.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you go back to the Beverly Hills Hotel. And we'll say it's probably about 9 o'clock at 9:30 at night now. You come in. Harry Lyman is not in the room, but you see Michelson and Sarah kind of discussing something when you guys come in, and he's like, Michelson's kind of on the phone and like half on the phone, half talking to Sarah. So when you come in, you start to hear the other side of the phone conversation. I understand there's a lot of damage. I'm aware. Yes, I'm aware of what happened at the airport the other day. But you need stop yelling, Mr. Mayor.
Oh God.
I understand. We are working with our Yes. Yes. Is that a threat, Mr. Mayor? You just threatened me.
I'm gonna make you disappear next.
And then he looks at Sarah and he kind of rolls his eyes and he motions with his head for you guys to sit down. And then he kind of like starts whispering into the phone kind of bit, changing his tone. Jim, how those unpaid taxes coming?
Oh shit! This is real CIA! Whoa!
Be a shame for the LA Times to find out you owe over $200,000 in back taxes, especially with election year coming up right now.
Oh my god, this is amazing!
Yeah.
Michelson showing his clout here.
Yep.
All right, very good. I believe we have an understanding then. Right, fuck you too, Jim. Hangs up the phone.
I fucking love it.
I'll see you at my black site, son.
And then he looks over to y'all, and of course you guys got patched up at the hospital, as best you could before you left, but you still look like shit. And he's like, somebody tell me what the fuck is going on.
There was war fights.
Don't smart off with me right now, Smirnoff. I'm not in the fucking mood.
Well, in my end, it was bar fight. I don't know what it ended on polls and the nets. They know more than I do. I got, I passed out after it was over and the place lit on fire. So.
All right. Well, somebody tell me something. And he looks over at you,
started-
Dex.
we start-
Report.
We went to the Tiger Claw. We started asking questions. They got really defensive. They drew on us, and we went back at it. The bar fight escalated to alcohol and flames, and ended up burning down. But we got information, and I'll kind of toss the little black book down and such. Because we got two names in there, a Mr. and Mrs. Jennings that Smirnoff here is knowledgeable of, and he's going to be doing some leads to look into, me and him tomorrow, onto who they're meeting with and who we could be going from here. These Mr. and Mrs. Jennings, who are they, Alexi?
And Alexi kind of thinks about it for a second. He goes, they were at the airport.
Oh, so the Petrenko and Rostov?
That was that was the code names. Yeah, that was code names that they used back in the old days.
Alright then, we got a lead on them. I know multiple powers are coming at this situation, but if we can at least take care of the Russians, we can work with that from there. So if we get so Michael said we are gonna start following leads on them. but how far can we progress with Gregor and Svetlana? I mean, top agents getting taken out in the U.S.
Understand. I mean, we do what we do. The KGB does what it does, but we are not the Soviets. So, if this was happening in Russia, it'd be a different story. They wouldn't have any compunction to take us out. Here in the States, we do it a little differently. It's a little more cordial most of the time, if you get my meaning.
Got it.
Do we have any direct evidence that they were even involved?
That's one thing I want to ask them, because I'm not sure. Maybe they, and maybe I'm just what is it the word? What how you say word? Shitballing, or is that how it is?
What?
Yeah,
I don't
something
have
to
any
do
idea
with
what that was. I'm not even there, and I'm confused.
something. Oh, spitballing. That word. Yes, spitballing. I'm spitballing. Yeah. Um. Maybe in this instance, because of maybe they are also looking for the same Europeans that we're looking for.
Approach cautiously if you come across them. If you've got any leads, chase them down, find them. Do not engage them if at all possible. We're on a, let's not murder everybody footing here in the States. I'd like to keep it that way. A lot of times we can flip some of these people. And he kind of nods over at Alexei. So
And Alexei nods back and he goes, I think I might be able. I think I might be able to talk to them.
Let's take the walk, the talk softly but carry a big stick approach. How about that?
And
And
nods.
by big stick, I don't mean shootouts at airports and burning down bars in Chinatown.
And Alexei nods. He goes, yeah. He says, agreed. He says, things will hopefully go much smoothly this time round. I have feeling.
All right, because remember, I mean, at this point, you're 2 people down now. In fact, and he kind of looks to the fact that the 3 of you in front of him are clearly, I mean, you've been patched up, but you've still been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, actually, I tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait 3 days. I don't want you 3 to do anything. I want this shit to kind of lay low. I don't want to have to blackmail the mayor of Los Angeles one more time. I take that back. I kind of do, but I'm going to put that in my pocket for something else someday. I kind of like that. I kind of enjoyed it. He's an asshole, but his wife is hot. I like going to their parties. Anyway.
Is he banging the mayor's wife?
You don't know. Maybe.
We don't.
Is the mayor's wife very pretty?
That's something the FBI knows. All right, so... so, yeah. So he told you, he's like, don't do anything for 3 days. I want you to rest up, eat here at the hotel. I don't want you to leave. Watch some I Love Lucy reruns. I don't give a fuck, but I just want you to stay holed up in your suites. Rest up until we've got Leo and Bill back.
Oh, well, in that case, we could probably, if we got 3 days. He turns to Sarah and says, Miss Everett, can we go and order, can we order some acquisitions? No?
Well, that's the thing, Alexei. I put in those requisitions 2 days ago. They haven't come yet. They should have already arrived.
Ah. And he says,
so you guys may have to go out to Ukaipa if you want to pick it up. I don't know what's going on. I can't get a response from Marvin over there in Ukaipa.
American postal system at work, yeah. Okay.
Well, Marvin's kind of an asshole. And he looks over at you and he's like, he's kind of a pig. He hits on everything. He's kind of incompetent, but it's one of these things, we're kind of saddled with him. He's the son of a senator. You get my meaning?
I will like just sigh and like nod and be like, we all have to deal with men like that.
You know, back in and she says, you know, back in the Middle Ages, you know, like the second son, they usually just sent him off to the clergy because he wasn't worth anything, you know, because he's not going to inherit anything. That's Marvin. Marvin's the stupid guy they sent to the clergy, if you get my meaning.
I thought it was the third son. The first one goes to military. The third one, or no, first one inherits, second military.
It's what I said it was because
Yeah.
I'm the fucking GM.
Okay,
Disagree.
fair enough.
All right. God damn
We
you guys.
can,
I love y'all. Sons of
So,
bitches. All right.
we could check out Ukaipa during the downtime.
All right.
Good.
All right.
Right.
Do that in the morning. Head out to Ukaipa. Get some good rest tonight. Get up in the morning, eat breakfast, get out to Ukaipa, take the van.
Van kind of disabled at the moment. Do you
What
have
the
new
fuck
car?
happened to the van?
Oh, it broke.
It
It
turns
sort
out
of
that
had
was
a-
Michelson's personal van.
Oh no!
Family drama.
Van
Where's my fucking van, Smirnoff?
Van overheated.
Son of a...
Laughing too hard. I gotta
And you see him go over here now to the liquor cabinet. He pours like a double whiskey, and downs it just like real fast. And he's like, "All right, take the sedan." And he looks over at you, Dex, and he's like, "For fuck's sake, don't lose the sedan."
You got it.
Am I understood? I don't want to have to keep buying cars. All right. Yeah, in the morning, drive out to Ukaipa, see what's going on, and then get back here to the hotel. Again, we're gonna hole up until Big Bill and Leo are back.
I'll that sounds good.
All right. We'll get some good sleep. We'll see y'all in the morning. So in the morning, you guys head out to Ukaipa. Let me put you on the freeway here. Except for those of
You
you.
guys get to sit in the back in the hospital. Maybe you guys
Playing cards in the hospital.
So who's driving? I'm assuming Dex.
I will drive. So how does it
I couldn't hear
Hang on.
anything.
Yeah, you're fading out real bad. You
Sorry.
need to get
How
closer
about-
to the mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but hang
there
on.
we go.
Who's in? So you're driving. Who's in the
I'm
front?
driving.
Who's in the passenger seat?
Alexi will probably be in the passenger seat.
Okay.
I always
Alright.
take the back.
And so we've got. All right. So here you guys are on the freeway heading to Ukaipa the next morning. Takes you about an hour and a half to get all the way out east to Ukaipa. Let me put this on the map. So you guys are here.
The guy's
I
still
think
on.
we can-
the
I think we
guy's
can-
still on.
I think we could take this dude off now, probably. Let's
Right.
see.
You're probably gone by now.
Yeah.
Probably yes. Yeah.
All right. So so you guys are here.
Venkman asks, "What did you do to his van?"
I mean, tell him. Tell Venkman what you did to his van.
We lit it on fire with the guy with the dead body inside to get rid of all the evidence.
So you guys are here at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Yeah, after Mike shot him in the head.
In the van.
In the
Ukaipa-
van.
Ukaipa's all the way out here. All right.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, we got a trip.
It's in front of the mountains.
Mhm.
I don't know what mountains these are, but it's in front of the mountains. Sierra Nevada? No.
Right
So you-
overlooking San Gorgino.
So you're going to Ukaipa. What are you guys talking about while you're headed out to Ukaipa? Anything?
Why am I sitting on the sign?
Oh, that's yeah, right.
All right.
Let's see. Is it? Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Anything? Nothing? What are you talking about?
Well, Alexi's
An hour
probably
and a half of awkward
Alexi,
silence.
Alexi's probably saying he's probably saying. He says, seriously, he says, why you not like Elvis? Elvis, I mean, you just seem to be, instead of saying this and that, he says, I don't understand. I mean,
He's kind of old school, Lexi.
no. He is king of rock and roll, and I don't say was. Everyone knows he's still alive. Yeah.
Man, I don't know about that.
Oh yeah. See, Elvis was actually a very he was when he went in military, he was recruited by CIA, just like you all, and he became #1 assassin. That's how he was using his music career as cover, and but then of course he got to the point where people his enemies would find out, and so he faked his death in Graceland, huh? Yeah, and then of course now he's incognito and everything. That's of course, they put themselves in the press about him being abducted by aliens and all that stuff about about the whole overdose and pills and thing. But that, of course, is the elaborate cover story. But he out there somewhere. Yeah,
I think
everything.
you're full of shit. He's getting the thing right. Would Dex have been able to stop by like a like a cheap drugstore or something like that to pick up like like a Chinese to English dictionary?
You could probably find one somewhere around there. Yeah, before you guys left town. Yeah.
He's got like that and like a little spare notebook, and like when he's not driving and during like downtime, he'll start trying to decode.
When he's not driving all the way to Ukaipa, an hour and a half.
Yeah, when he's not driving all the way to Ukaipa. Eventually he'll do that, but he like leaves it in like the glove compartment or anything like that at the time. So, but he'll say says, look, I've heard about a lot of stuff that CIA probably does and almost definitely does. I don't know if they hire musicians to become super assassins.
Oh yeah, they do it all the time. They do it all the time. I mean, the MI6 hired a sales executive to basically work to go behind Berlin Wall and basically spy on them. And spy for them. Well, no, he says, you don't think that CIA, you don't think your American CIA doesn't hire people out to basically work for them? What about he says, there was the one, what about during Iran hostage crisis? They hired movie producers to try to get help get hostages out of Iran.
Well, I know
they even made phony movie the whole thing.
Real quick, let me interject. Annette, what are you thinking about in the backseat while all this is happening?
I think they're both crazy.
I really...
No, I think you're doing okay. I do believe Alexia's lost a few nuts along the way.
Fun fact: he's talking about Argo, by the way. But at this point, yeah, I don't know how.
I mean, the movie Argo didn't come out. This is 1987. The movie Argo.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know.
Hadn't come out at all by.
Alexi's ahead of his time.
Yeah,
right.
is that the joke? Is that the joke that he made
that
Argo?
That is the joke. Yes,
I don't know, but either way.
Yeah.
So you're heading down. You finally get to Ukaipa. You're following the map, Dex, right? That Michelson and Sarah gave you. It shows you like which unmarked roads to like start moving down on. You turn left. Past you got to get past a gate that you have to stop and get out and open and then close it and then drive further back into the ranch where this place is. That's when you see the smoke.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Uh-oh!
Well, and then Alexei looks at it and goes, well, they can't blame it on us this time, I guess. For fire, I mean.
Holy shit!
The entire CIA warehouse is engulfed in flame.
We should find the closest payphone and call Sarah.
Sarah, please put Michelson on the line. His warehouse is on fire, but we didn't do it this time, so that makes it okay.
We didn't do it this time. We didn't set this one on fire.
I'm gonna pull up to make sure that there's nobody like outside and all that such to see like if there's any like survivors.
Give me a spot hidden check.
I would love.
Are you still in the car, or have you gotten out of the car?
I'm like looking out the window. This sounds like a dangerous spot. 41. Nope.
You don't. I'll give you a freebie. You don't see any cars.
Cool.
Would all of us have to do it?
Yeah, all of you can make it. You're in the car. Yeah.
Oh, okay, right, okay. Fine. Oh, nope, don't see anything.
Flames are really in.
I'm gonna use 5 luck points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Annette.
All right, so Annette, you use 5 luck, and you see that there are tracks that look like they were coming in and then coming out of a very large truck, at least a semi.
Okay, I will keep that in mind.
All right, so you park as close as you can to where you think like you're safe from the fire. Do you get out of the car? Or do you stay in the car? What do you do? I did tell you that you've just seen tracks, big truck tracks.
I'm going to get out of the car and I'm going to see if I can follow them.
Big tire tracks, you said?
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, the big tire tracks are. It looks like it came in the way you guys came in, and it looks like it went out the same way that you guys just came in.
Ah,
Looks like
okay.
it came up, it parked, and then it left. So
Okay.
Annette has gotten out of the car. What are the other two of you doing?
I'll park it and everything like that to kind of get a bit of a look and saying we should call the fire department really quickly, if they're not already on their way.
And Alexi's like, "Yo, you do that," and he goes falls in that.
All right. And Dex, immediately after you say, you're like, oh, we should call the fire department. You would know that, like, since it's a CIA warehouse, the CIA would probably just want you to let the building burn.
Ah, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Rather
Alright.
than have the FBI or the fire department come in and start sifting through, the ruins and seeing, finding out what might still be in there, for example.
Got it.
So, but yeah,
Yeah,
Alex,
I'll follow after them. Then
huh?
I'll follow after them.
Okay, so the three of you get out. You're by this big bush here in the foreground, right? Everyone, give me a listen check.
Ah,
Okay.
shit.
By the way, just out of curiosity, we don't recover hit points, do we, in this game?
You guys haven't rested enough for it. You guys
Oh,
are.
I get it. I
I
get it.
said you do,
Yeah.
but you're not. We're in a narrative kind of part right now. So
Yeah.
Does-
No. No problem. No worries.
just,
Yeah.
just
Does
go with
Will
the
Ooh,
has Will had a long rest? Does Will get HP back?
I
They'll let
I-
us know when
I-
it's relevant.
again. I would. Yeah. Thank you. Listen. Just go with the flow. It's all
Mhm.
gonna be okay. All right. Alexi, you hear something in the bushes over here, but Annette, you hear what sounds like the labor breathing of an injured man who's coughing, and
Will.
then you see this man start to come out, crawling out of the bushes, because crawling is all he can do.
Oh shit!
The bottom half of his body and most of the left side of his body have been horribly burned. On his legs, you can see bone.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's
He
that's
has
the bad one.
he has 3 bullets in the right side of his back, the part of him that is not burned. And as he crawls through the bush, because he can see, well, he can. I take that back. He can hear you. Someone there? Someone there? Help me!
It will come up to him and I'll be like, "What happened? What happened to you, dude?"
And he rolls over on his back, and you see now that the top half of his face is burned, and his eyes are gone.
Ooh.
He's coughing very badly. Um, everyone can, mm, everyone can give me a medicine check.
Oh, my best skill.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. No.
What gives you a
You
bonus
kill
on
him.
that?
All right, so you're not sure.
Way.
Oh
You're not
no!
sure you're not sure the full extent of this guy's injuries, but you know he's bad off.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
Uh,
and you see him now kind of reaching out with his right hand, just to see if there's actually somebody there.
I will grab it and I'll be like, just tell me what's happened. What's your name?
Of course, Marvin being played by the great Joel Murray. In this instance, a picture from the overlooked Savage Steve Holland film, One Crazy Summer.
Ah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, Annette, he grabs your hand. There were so many of them. They all just came out. They blew the front door open. I think it was probably C4. They shot me, thought I was dead. I saw them carrying out all the weapons. They took every gun, every pistol, every rifle, all the equipment, everything they could. I think I heard them out front. It sounded like a big rig or a truck or something, like a semi.
Uh-huh.
And then they set the place on fire. I couldn't walk. After I got shot, my legs felt like they were paralyzed, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to burn to death there. So I crawled out. I couldn't feel my legs, but I guess they got really burned.
And Alexei will say,
See.
was there a man and woman with them?
It was just, as far as I could tell, I think it was only guys.
What did they talk? What did they sound like? They were foreign? What?
Yeah, it sounded like they were foreign.
Did they
I couldn't
sound
place it. Something European. I couldn't make it out. I don't know language. I did like 2 years of Spanish in high school, man. That's all. That's all I got. But yeah, definitely European.
Is there anything else that you can remember? Something that jumps out to you?
And he goes quiet for a moment. Ruin. They said they kept talking about leaving the place in ruin.
Place.
This place.
Okay.
The building.
Okay.
They were tucked. He squeezes your hand as he falls dead. Or not falls, but dies, because he was already laying down.
Yes. And Alexei goes, too bad I couldn't put, bullet would have been cleaner and it would have put him out of, take away the pain, but
Out of his misery.
indeed.
We should get going.
We should get going. We should call.
Well, at least boy voted not the fire, yeah?
Let's
And is there any kind of probably looking around, there's probably like no traces of anything, like any kind of potential clues that anything else else to go on?
With the all you guys, the tire tracks that Annette found. Pretty much it. Whoever these
Okay.
guys were, they didn't really leave a lot left
Gonna-
behind.
I am gonna say a soft prayer for our dude, and hope his soul goes to a better place. And then I'll
Yeah.
get up.
All right.
Let's get back to the car. We could. No, we don't have the tools for tire tread checking. Let's just get in the car. Let's go tell Michelson right now.
We.
All right.
So-
Get into the car.
Back to the car. We're going to get out of there.
Find the closest payphone.
You
We're
get
gonna
back.
call.
You get back into the car. And Dex, you see now, the orange blaze. It's so fiery. It's glowing. The area around your car, it might as well be daylight right now. So hot. But it grows further and further back in your rearview mirror as you make it back down the dirt road, past the gate, and back on to the highway where you lose track of the semi tracks. As you're coming down that dirt road, it looks like the semi turned right, but then that's where you lose track of it. So it appeared to be going west back towards Los Angeles.
We went back.
You get back on the road. You stop in. Let's see here. Where is Ukaiba? You stop in Redlands, California, about 15 miles away. You find a payphone. What do you do?
You want to call him?
I will. Hey, however much money it needs. And
Mhm.
I'll call. I will call Michelson.
Keep in mind, you are not on a secure line at a payphone. So you'll have to talk around what happened. You'll have to find a way to tell Michelson what happened without telling him what happened. You get my meaning?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a couple of rings at the Beverly Hills Hotel. You ask for the penthouse suite. They put you through. After a couple of moments, you hear Harry Lyman pick the phone up. Is it Singapore?
No, Harry, it's your favorite.
Hi, what's up? What's up, Bert? How are you?
Aww.
Listen, let's throw out this spy stuff, me and you. Let's have a night out, just us. What do you say? You and me,
I
like
can't.
the old days, yeah.
I can't tell if
Harry's
he's.
learned-
I can't tell if he's
Harry's learned
Cockney
a,
or Southern.
Harry's learned a few new tricks, yeah.
I would just giggle and I'll be like, "That sounds wonderful, my dear. I would love to spend some quality time with you again. Is Michelson there?"
Michelson, no, he's not here right now, but Sarah's here. You want to talk to Sarah?
Please.
All right. Oi, Sarah. Oi. And then there's a pause, and then it's Sarah. Yeah, this is Sarah. Go ahead.
Hello, it's Sarah. It's me. Uh, just so you know, our buddy who we went to go see this morning, he definitely did not get the message you sent. He went on a permanent vacation.
Well, that wasn't even trying to be subtle.
There's a long pause, and then Sarah's like, "I see. Get back here. Get back here as fast as possible."
Yes. I heard there will be a barbecue when we come back.
And there's another long pause, and she's like, "Understood. Just get back."
Will do. See you soon, Sarah.
All right. So you head back to the Beverly Hills Hotel, and we're gonna kind of
Oh, that was cool.
what?
No, I was just saying that's cool. Speaking in code for crazy.
Really trying to be cool.
No, yeah, you're fine. You're fine. So you go back to Beverly Hills Hotel. You update Michelson, who is there by the time you get back. You update him about the fact that the CIA warehouse in Ukaipa is gone, and
I
that it
will.
will. Go ahead.
I will definitely talk about how we talked to
Marvin.
Marvin as he was dying and like explained like there was a semi. They took all the guns, every single thing, and they wanted to destroy the place.
And Alexi will go, "We didn't start fire this time.
Already burning.
Since the wheel's been turning."
I thought the same fucking thing. I held myself back though.
And so yeah, Michelson would tell you, and we're like I said, we're going to kind of move forward a little bit.
Okay.
But Michelson tells you that he's going to, he's got to call Langley, that this is, this is a really fucking bad thing, and he orders you to stay at the hotel for the rest of the day and the next 2 days.
Okay.
3 days pass. On the morning after the third day, everyone is back in the hotel now. Big Bill,
Yeah.
Leo, you're back. Harry Lyman is in here. Give me a second.
Oh, good. The phone was going off the hook while he was gone.
Yeah, hello. Belgium? No, Singapore. Istanbul. Singapore. All right.
Thank God. That phone was going crazy before.
So as you guys are back now, Michelson lets Leo and Bill know what's happened over the last couple of days. And he's like, "All right, situation's changed. There's been a direct attack at us. I want answers. What are our next steps?" And he looks at you, Bill, and he looks at you, Dex. Everyone has their HP back, by the way. This is
Hooray.
that was the point of benching you for 3 days.
Right. Yeah.
Good to know.
And he's like, I want to know if you've got anything else for me. One thing you're gonna do this morning, or no, this afternoon. Pardon me. This afternoon, you're gonna meet with Simons. Simons is one of our other agents out here. Been out here in LA a long time. Has a lot of contacts with a lot of the gangs. You're gonna meet him and his partner Zoe Baker at the Bob's Big Boy in Santa Monica.
Okay.
I've had them trying to dig up some stuff here, and they'll fill you in this afternoon. But do we have anything else to go on? Anything on this semi?
From what we can tell, it was heading back into Los Angeles. The from what Marvin could tell us, they were speaking some European language, whether that was Russian or German or whatever it was. We couldn't tell, but they were exceptionally organized. You know, they had from what Marvin could tell, they had C4, plastic, like full plastic explosives to breach the entrance. Like they didn't have guns and just bust in. They had everything. They had all the tools they needed for this.
They took everything.
Yeah.
If I didn't know better, I'd say this was possibly inside job. They would have to know something about your protocols, your security measures, how you would your response times, in order to make a hit in order to make a operation like this.
And then Michelson goes over, pours himself another drink. It's like 8:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Pours himself another double whiskey and downs it, and is like, "Thank God Marvin was able to give us that info." I know. Oh shit. Hang on. Let me let me knock that. Hang on. That's my mom. I gotta take that in case it's an emergency. Give me a second.
Okay.
That totally breaks our
Your
mood.
group said hi.
Totally breaks the ennui. Hang on.
The
I'll listen.
immersions.
You got
Immersion or no immersion, your mom calls you. You kind of got to answer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got to. That's the rule.
In the meantime,
Hang on. Let me look. Doesn't look like it.
hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
No,
I don't
we're
know.
waiting on
back.
George.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Let's go. So Michelson comes back, and he says, Marvin had a lot of flaws. Didn't have a lot of tact. Could act pretty stupid sometimes, but goddamn, he didn't deserve that. And he just kind of shakes his head for a moment. He looks at Sarah, and he's like, "Smirnoff's got a point about this maybe being an inside job. I want you to check in with all of our other agents, Sarah. See if anybody's gone out of contact, anything like that." And Sarah's like, "Right away. I'll get right on it." And you see her actually head out of the room, very somber. And she walks out the door, presumably to go back up to the penthouse. And then he turns and looks back at the rest of you, and he's like, "All right, so I think our next steps, meet with Simon, see what Simons knows." And he hands you over a folder. Now, Leo, you know what Simons and Zoe look like. You've been around them before. But for the rest of you, there's Simons,
Ooh, nice.
and there
Mr. Charles
is.
Bronson.
That's not Charles Bronson. That's Fred Ward.
Oh, Fred Ward. He looks like Charles Bronson, but it's not.
And that is Zoe Baker.
Yep.
So he hands you their pictures, and he's like, "Yeah, just find them at the Kip's Big Boy. They're gonna know, or at the Bob's Big Boy. They're gonna know it's you because you're going to sit in their booth and order bacon cheeseburgers all around. Is that understood?"
Will nods.
That's how he
Everyone
knows it's
nods,
you.
yeah.
And he points at you, Smirnoff. Smirnoff, what are you ordering?
Bacon cheeseburger.
And that
Can I order anything else with the bacon cheeseburger?
I
Or
will
it has to be
slap
just-
you in the face right now, Smirnoff. I will slap the white off you, boy.
Oh yeah, baby. Let's
We will
go.
ensure
Hey,
he
And then
misbehaves.
it's right off says bacon cheeseburger. This. That.
A man is dead. Straighten the fuck up.
Well, people die all the time. But yes, I get point.
And Bill kind of Wait, Bill's not next to Alexi, is he? No.
No,
He's
he's
Nope.
over here.
You're on the
And
other
and,
couch.
and,
I'm
he, and
next
he
to
and he and he
Alexi.
snaps his fingers over at Alexi and does a little zip it motion.
Do we know what Simons has been working on recently?
Well, Simon's his typical thing is to observe all the gangs that the Soviets, that the KGB work through sometimes. There's Central American groups here in LA, the Chinese Triad, as I'm sure you're familiar with. And he throws down a he throws down a copy of this morning's LA Times, and like one of the boxes is this, still few clues in drug deal gone bad in Chinatown. There's a picture
There
of the
were many drugs there, yes.
burning building. Um, and so then he says that's what he and Zoe usually that's what they usually work on, keeping tabs on what the Soviets are doing with the other groups. But he's been working on what might possibly be behind the scenes on this. I don't know. I don't know what he has. That's why you're going to go meet him, see what he knows, see what he has.
Just a moment. Dex, in ese librito, the little book,
Yeah.
it mentioned that our Chinese friend was speaking with Z, yes?
Yeah. I'll kind of bring the notebook up a little bit, and I've been working on translating it with some slow progress. But have you guys met a Lo Wei?
And Michelson's like, I'm familiar with Lo Wei. Lo Wei was the man that you killed there in Chinatown. And he looks over at you, Dex, like he knows more than he's saying.
Yeah, yeah, that was the guy. But anyways, so he had this book with a lot of his dealings and such, and some of the last two entries in there were a Mr. and Mrs. Jennings.
That's the one that Smirnoff thinks is Russians.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
then a Z
It described her as a woman with long dark hair, yes?
Yeah, a
An
woman with dark hair.
An American woman with long back hair.
Maybe it's this Zoe individual.
It matches her description, yes.
It's a broad description, but so Zoe works with Simons, and they
Yeah,
do,
she's Simon's partner on covering all the gangs and stuff. It wouldn't be to be honest, it wouldn't be uncommon for her or Simons to have talked to them.
got
It is good to keep in mind, though.
It is good. You're going to be face to face with her. You can ask her when you meet her this afternoon.
Got it. I'll make sure I'm ready with that info.
All right. Well, let me know if you find anything.
Understood.
And Michelson and Lyman head out. Is there anything you guys are doing before you go meet Simons and Zoe?
And Alexei will go and says, I still think we should I still think possibly follow lead. I don't know what time do we supposed. I mean, again, I take it we supposed to meet with them with the Zoe and Simons this today, sometime today.
Did he say where?
He
Yeah,
said,
big-
He said-
it was
The
big
burger place.
Bob's Big Boy.
Bob's Big Boy.
Yeah. Bob's Big Boy in Santa Monica. That's what he said.
It's Aunt Monica. Yes,
He didn't give us time.
He said noon. So
Noon.
he said
Wow.
noon. What time is it now? At
it's
It's
9.
early, right?
We'll say it's 9 o'clock in the morning by the time you guys get done talking. So you've got about 3 hours to kill.
So he says, we could check out potential lead before we go to meet with them, but I don't know how.
I would say, what other lead are you talking about, Alexei?
He's okay. So he's talking about possibly where he thinks, what's it called? Where he thinks, Sergey and
Gregor and Svetlana.
Gregor and Svetlana.
So you would know based
are-
on the sign that you saw,
Yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
if they're in Anaheim, there's probably no way you're going to get out to Anaheim and then back to.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
probably not enough time in those 3
Yeah.
hours.
Right. Because he. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I think we should probably make a call to Venus to see how they're doing out there. If we have a secure line here.
Oh, good point. If these people knew about the warehouse, they would also know about Venus, yeah?
Well, we should check in either way. Make sure they're still doing okay.
All right, who is calling out to Venus?
I'll do it. I suggested it. I know
Okay.
Miss met with Miss
Who
Renault.
knows that?
I'm sorry. What were you saying, Annette?
I was saying it would be either Leo or I because Leo and I have
Okay.
been there. Before.
All right, since Leo's volunteered first, it's going to be Leo.
Yep.
So Leo, you use the secure line in the pen. So while you're here in the suites, you do have a secure line,
Nice.
and they have one up in the penthouse as well. So you call out to Venus. There's a few rings, and then you hear a male voice say, "Yes, hello. What can we do for you?"
Buenos dias. I'm calling for Miss Renault. Is she available?
Who may I say is calling?
Leo.
One moment, please. And you hear a click like you're put on hold, and there's music on the other.
What's
when he
what's
puts
the
you on
hold music?
there's It's don't go changing.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Leo
I know
will
it.
dance. We'll sort of do a slight dance for a moment as he's waiting.
And Will looks up at Leo and says, "How's the whole music doing, man?"
It's not bad.
Hello, this is Fleur.
Senora Renault. Buenos dias. How are you?
Leo, it is so charming to hear you again. How are you?
On the mend. It was some. You know how this business is. It's always some trouble here or there.
I'm so glad that I'm usually involving my trouble with dinners and parties and not doing what you do. Yes,
I would prefer it that way as well, but alas.
we. What can I do for you? Your friends are fine.
Yes, that is what I wish to know. I simply wish to make sure everything is going well over there.
They're both fine. They're both resting and recuperating. They are drinking a lot, but that is
Is-
understandable probably for what they have been through. Yes,
Another danger of our line of work.
we. Why do you suspect something?
There has been some. Let's just say we've had some troubling news here. Just want to make sure things don't go from bad to worse.
Is it something we should worry about here?
No, I'm just making sure. If it was, we would already be down there. Rest assured. Just making sure we stay in touch with everything.
We are very well secure here, but do you think we should be on alert?
I would recommend it. Yes.
And there's a long pause, and she goes, "Very well. I will see to it that more of my men are around at all times."
Yes, that's likely for the best. I'll try to keep you up to date as well as I can.
We take care of yourself, Leo. And after all this is over, I hope to see you again.
Fuck, I forgot the word in Spanish. Damn. But sí,
Gracias.
gracias. That's not the word I was thinking of. No, igualmente. That was the word, which means the same to you.
Oh shit! I just put myself in the eye. Fuck.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Leo.
Oh shit! I just did it on the stream.
I just watched him do it. I just watched him do it on the screen. You are some kind of special, bud.
Oh shit!
You injured yourself sitting in a chair. All right.
How
All
tragic.
Wow.
At least he's not cooking. Okay,
So-
that's
so-
it.
Oh, remember
So, get
on
back
a
to
crawl
the story.
space stream when I tried cooking and I just dumped my iPad into the pot?
So,
Yeah.
So getting back to the
Hi.
story. Getting back to the story.
Sorry.
The line clicks Leo, so the call's finished.
I will hang up the phone.
Okay.
And I'll address the group. Everything is going well over there. No trouble so far, but I asked them to stay on alert.
Good.
Good
Smart.
idea. Good idea.
Very smart.
Let's see. So, anyone thinking what I'm thinking?
I seriously doubt it, but continue.
No one can ever be thinking.
No.
No one can ever think what
So
you're
you,
thinking.
so you were thinking that possibly the Zoe person might be, and the Simon's guy might be going. How should we? What's the word? Off the vacation? No, not quite good. To begin with R, it did not vacation. Sounds rhymes with vacation, but not it's the one place. It's the place where the Native Americans. I'm where is it?
Jeez.
What?
I think that perhaps they have information. That would be as far as I would go. I won't say so far as that they are responsible for what happened, but who can say? This is a business with many twists of fate.
And Leo, you would know of them that that Simon's is pretty thorough, pretty by the book. Seems to be pretty straight, narrow, that kind of thing. Very patriotic American. And Zoe is much younger. You also know the fact that they sleep together.
Ooh,
Like they are partners, but they also sleep together, which they try to
they're
keep on
partners in
down
the dead
low.
of night. I see.
Yeah. But that Zoe is much younger. She had a much harder life growing up. Before she was in the CIA, she came from a broken home. In a lot of ways, she doesn't have like a lot of friends and family. It's probably why she, clings onto Simon so much for support. Probably why they wound up sleeping together. He's probably it's probably like daddy issues a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
But what you've known of her, I mean, she's a good agent. She's always she's learned from Simon how to be thorough and what to do, what not to do, even though she's young.
Okay. Then I will relate to the group. Given Agent Simon's reputation, I don't. It seems unlikely. He's very patriotic, from what I've heard. I have not worked with him closely, but he has a reputation for doing good, thorough work.
And
His partner and him are very close. I doubt if there was anything going on, it would escape his notice. But it's safe to say he probably has some information.
And Will. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
And Will says, regardless, I think it's best if we. I think it's better to be safe than sorry.
And there's also we should be careful if we doubt our allies. I've become Alexei now. I've become more Russian.
It's okay. We're all becoming Alexei.
So he says, "Well,
I am."
and then Lexi goes, he says, "Well, it could be possibility. I mean, Z may not stand for Zoe. Maybe Z stands for something else. Maybe Z. I mean, after all,
I think
Z
we can
could-
take
I
it
mean-
that it is likely her, but just that does not mean that she is responsible for what's happened.
No. But someone had to be in the know, as they say. I mean,
Like I said, they may have information, but I don't think that makes them guilty. Either way, it would be good that we talk to them. And I think I could use a cheeseburger. The food at the
Do we have
hospital
to
was
order-
not very
do
good.
we have any? I mean, if we just say bacon cheese. I mean, I don't know how you.
If you do
say
not
something.
order a bacon cheeseburger, I will shoot you myself.
I was going to order bacon cheeseburger, but I want to know that there has to be something more that goes with it. I mean, there's to be.
And Will says,
No.
"You will order the bacon cheeseburger, or I will help Leo shoot you."
Fries. That's what goes with the bacon cheeseburger.
Well, I mean, I don't want to debate. I don't want to basically.
hold you down while they shoot.
We will order
Okay.
the bacon cheeseburger and nothing else.
Allowed to.
Yes?
Yeah.
Who shoots you,
Oh.
Zach?
Oh, I've been shot before. It's not that bad.
How about in the head?
All right.
I can see
All
why.
right. We're gonna go ahead and narratively move along. I think we've covered everything we can in here. So you guys waited out until it's time. You guys waited out until it's time to head over to Bob's Big Boy, and I'll
Okay.
move us over there. As you enter Bob's Big Boy, it's a pretty busy lunch crowd. Let's see here. Let me bring down the music a little bit, and this is as close as I can get to Elvis without getting Neil kicked off of Twitch. So you hear an old 50s Elvis tune playing as you guys come in, and you
Alexi is humming along to it when he hears it.
you do see in the back, in a large booth. You know how like you go into a Denny's and there's a booth that looks like it holds like 8 to 10 people.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I've been in one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Convenient.
do see them sitting in one, enjoying bacon cheeseburgers. And when you come in, Simons kind of looks up and he sees you, Leo, and he doesn't nod or anything. He doesn't make any kind of motion, but he looks back down at the menu.
Well, let's do what Michelson has asked. We will
All right.
go up to him and sit down.
And I'm sorry, you guys are on the GM layer. There you go.
We'll sit next to Zoe.
Okay. You know what? We'll position you guys around here in the booth. So Annette, you sit next to Zoe. Who's sitting where? You should be able to drag.
I'll sit across from
you
Simon.
should be able to drag yourselves. You're going to sit across from Simons?
Yep.
All right. So we'll put you down here. All right. Big Bill, Dex, Alexi, put yourselves in some sort of order.
All right. Okay.
Toot sweet. All right. Bill leaves.
Oh, okay. Am I just gonna
I'm
sit
out of
over-
here.
Dex goes to sit in Leo's lap.
Okay. I'll go right here.
I'll fade off to the.
And now now Dex leaves.
Yeah, Leo will get up. He'll get up and let Dex into the booth and get back in and
Here,
do this whole song and
here,
dance.
here. Goddamn.
Yeah. There you go.
There, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the waitress comes. Not a word is said. The waitress comes over, and she goes like, "What'll it be? Is this separate checks or you know what? I'll just put it all on one, and you can separate it later." If
And
you
then
want to.
Will kind of speaks for the party. Bacon cheeseburgers all around, please.
Very good. And she walks off. Alexi probably looks disappointed that he didn't get to fuck it up somehow.
No,
The rest of the party is
Alexi
holding
just
down
died.
Alexi.
Alexi
as he
just
tries to
died, like,
do something.
They're like clamping his mouth shut with like a little harness or something. I don't know.
And so, yeah, she goes off, and then Simons and Zoe look a little relieved, and they're like, "All right, good to see you, Leo. The rest of you is good to meet you."
And Will extends his hand to shake, offers his hand for a handshake.
Yeah, he reaches across. Yeah, it's good to meet you. I'm guessing you're Connolly.
Yes.
All right. I'm Simons. This is Zoe. And Zoe just sort of nods. She's sitting real close to Simons. You know, like maybe she's a little nervous with all this. You know, like she's probably used to being around him. You know, and not really anybody else. But she kind of nods sheepishly and raises up her hand and a hello.
Bonjour.
So,
Suppose you have heard about the cookout the other day.
I just got told about it this morning. Sounds like a hell of a thing. Did you know Marvin at all?
I didn't know.
And Zoe kind of gets a weird look on her face when Marvin's mentioned. She was like, "I didn't like Marvin."
Well,
So okay, dumb question. Would I know Marvin? Because I wasn't there, but
We did establish that you've been in LA before, because you are Lisa's ex-fiance. So I'm gonna say, yeah, you knew Marvin. You probably thought Marvin was just kind of a
wallflower kind of dude.
kind of like a tubby waste of time, really. But but he
Didn't
kept a good
deserve
inventory.
Yeah.
Didn't deserve to be burned to death the way he was and shot. Anyway, Simon's like, well, he was a good man. What were you gonna say in that?
I would say, I was gonna say Marvin didn't deserve what happened, but he was a good man, as you were saying.
And Alexi says, "Not what I heard, but I didn't hear he was a good man, but I assume." But
Bill punches Alexi.
But he didn't deserve to die. That's the way.
Shut the fuck up.
It is a bad form to speak ill of the dead. And he'll do the sign of the cross.
I
All
will
right.
as well, because I prayed for him already once.
All right, so Simon's kind of leans in, closer because he doesn't really want to be heard. There are other families and things in here, It's a Bob's. It's pretty popular.
Mhm.
So he leans in kind of close and talks under his breath a little bit. So here's what we know, and I'm still working on a couple of things that I've been putting together these last several days. So it doesn't look like the Russians were working with any of the usual groups they work with. In fact,
Uh,
And Alexi nods.
it looks like somebody was paying these groups off ahead of time to not get involved.
Really?
Interessante.
And then Zoe nods and she says, "Yeah, I did notice there was like a group of Europeans or something that were talking to Lo Wei, and I tried to find out more information about him, but he was real cagey the last time I ran into him over there at their bar.
Do you know what kind of Europeans they were? I mean,
If I had to guess, and I'm not as good with languages as Simons is, but if I had to guess, it's a mix, man. It seemed like it was maybe Czechs, Latvians, Lithuanians. An eclectic mix of people. I didn't really get a chance to hear much of what they were talking about. I just sort of noticed them in the bar, and then when they were gone, I talked to Lo Wei about it, tried to get more information out of him. I could usually charm him pretty well.
And my history's a little off. Those are mostly Warsaw Pact nations, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
At this time, yeah. And she's like, I think there were some maybe Ukrainian accents in there as well, but I tried to pump Lo Wei for more information. Normally he gets pretty chatty with me. He's always trying to fuck me, but he was real cagey about all that. But he finally let me know that right now that they weren't involved with the Russians at all.
Well,
I don't know whether or not they contacted him, but that's all I could get out of him.
well, we might be able to give a little bit more info on that. I'll pull out the black book and put it in front of the two of them.
And then they look down, and then Simons looks down at the same time, and he's like, he looks at yours, goes, "Do you mind?" And he
Go right ahead.
so he picks it up and he starts flipping through it, and he's like, "This is everybody that owed Lo Wei money. I could actually sell this to the Triad, make a little cash." And he kind of
Well,
smirks.
well, not like Lo Wei will be spending. It would be.
Well, that's the
using
thing,
it
though, with the
anymore.
Triad. If one dies, somebody else can assume the debt or can take over the debt and still collect. And he flips to the end, and he's like, "Holy shit, Jennings!" And he raises an eyebrow, looks at Zoe, and Zoe's like, "I don't know who that is." And then Simon's is like, "That's the cover name for a couple of Russian agents I've run into a couple of times out here." She's like,
Yes, I figured your paths might have crossed from time to time, given your, reputation and Gilles.
and he says, "Z, I'm guessing that." And he looks over at Zoe. He's like, "I'm guessing that's you." And she's like, "Yeah, I guess so." And then Simon says, he doesn't make any sort of mention in here, and not that I can see, of these Europeans he was meeting with. And he slides it back over across the table back towards you.
And Will takes it and puts it away, unless someone else wants to.
I'll take it. I've been holding on to it.
Okay.
And then-
So then obviously they don't owe him money. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they were talking about deal and didn't. And ended up making a deal. Didn't make a deal. Or maybe they paid him off already.
And then Simons looks at you and says, like I said earlier, I think it's more of a case of these people were paying them not to get involved, because probably knowing that the Russians would try to hire them out at some point.
Got it. All right. Yeah. That's
And then Zoe kind of nods, and she's like, "Yeah, I think that's probably what happened here."
well then. Maybe whoever these people who are paying people off, maybe they got in touch with the Russians. Maybe we can see if we can talk to those agents.
And then Simons nods and he goes, "Yeah, if you've got a line on where they might be, I think that'd be a really good choice." Let me get back to our get back to our apartment. I've got a few things on file. I think you might want to see things I'm working on, things I've been putting together, and stuff is starting to make sense now. I might have more for you about an hour and a half. Are you good with coming to our apartment later?
That works for us.
Me.
All right, and
Will-
then Zoe
Will
starts
nods.
writing down. Zoe starts writing down the address, and she slips the napkin over to you, Annette.
Again, I'll just shove it into my purse.
And then she's like, give us maybe like 2 hours just to be on the safe side. And she looks over at Simon's, and she's like, and then she looks back at you, Annette, and she's like, he makes a lot of grammatical errors that I have to go in and correct sometimes. And then Simon's is like, hey, we weren't going to talk about that.
I chuckle and
That was me and you stuff, Zoe. And then Zoe just kind of shrugs, and she looks at you, Annette.
Simon, it is just adorable. Don't worry.
It is common when you know many languages. Sometimes things get blurry.
Right,
Wait.
Leo? Thank you.
Words will cross over, and you have to remember the right word in the right language, and just. Ew.
So Simon says, he and Zoe get up. They make their way out of the booth. He drops down 100 on the table, and he's like, you know what? Lunch is on me. Try the banana cream pie here. Just trust me on that.
And Will
Gracias.
nods and says, "I'll take you up on that."
All right. We'll see you in 2 hours. And then they head out. The
Eddie-
waitress comes and brings your burgers down. And it's just burgers. There's no drink. The fries come with it, but it's just bacon cheeseburgers.
Acceptable.
Drinks, and
That's
we're gonna
fine.
need some nut banana pudding.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, you tell the waitress we're gonna need some drinks here, and she's like, all we have is Pepsi.
Will kind of bites his tongue and goes, "Okay."
Cheeseburger.
Pepsi, great. Pepsi would be great. Oh.
All right, so at least one person got that reference. All right, so
Yeah.
I'm guessing I'm not old enough to get it.
those are the
Pepsi
gifts.
talent, man.
Those
Come
are the
on.
gifts I posted in the Discord.
Oh,
Cheeseburger, the SNL skit. That was
Yeah.
it. And then somebody was like,
oh, I
guess
just saw it. I haven't
And then
been looking at this.
Belushi would go like, no Coke, Pepsi.
Pepsi.
He's like, all right, I guess I have a Pepsi. Pepsi. All right. So
I
anyway,
just saw the good. I just saw the Good Burger gif.
So anyway, yeah. So do you guys talk about anything? What do you do for these 2 hours that you're having to kill before you head over to their apartment?
So it basically
Food,
says.
honestly.
So Alexi goes, okay. So let's recap. So these Eastern Europeans, basically, what'd you say, Warsaw nations? They all sound like they were paying off gains not to get involved, or was it?
They were paying them not to get involved with those Rusios, the Russians, yes.
And yet, it says so. And let not forget that this is all connected still to this is all connected to Nikolai and his little clouds and his cloud seeder thing. Don't forget that. This is all thing. So this again, me spitballing, right word? Yeah, spitballing. Yeah. It sounds like they took weapons. I mean, lot of weapons. And they're planning something. Why would you need, first of all, why would you need all those weapons for? What would be purpose?
To break into the compound that's holding Peregrine and Petrenko.
Yeah. And that would mean that they would have to know exactly, yes. And they would have to know, they would know exactly the sort of the ideals for the, what kind of resistance would be involved. Someone who's probably, it'd have to be somebody, if they're inside man involved, it'd have to be someone who has been to compound before. Leo, Annette, besides yourselves, who else has been at Venus?
Off the top of my head, I don't have a list.
Yeah, Annette and Leo, you would know that. And again, remember Sarah suggested Venus because it wasn't really involved with anything involving Russians at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's like when Fleur Renault has stepped in and helped the CIA, it's been to like host things that the CIA could spy on, gather information on. She's had a pretty, and she even pointed that out to Leo. It's like, I don't get involved in all this fighting shit, right? I'm like a, like a money and party person, right?
She would she would only host parties, so maybe dignitaries.
Right. She's not gonna chase down Blofeld, but she's gonna have a party where Blofeld is maybe talking where there's a hidden mic somewhere, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So dumb question. Does Will or any other characters know like the exact manifest of what was in that warehouse when it was raided?
No, they
Everything.
wouldn't. They wouldn't have that information. Although you would have known, based on what the others had said. You know, that Marvin had said they took everything. They took the rifles, the pistols. You know, you would assume probably that they also have explosives.
They even took the water cooler.
Mm-hmm.
The damn water cooler.
Well, I'm just saying it's possible that who else would? I mean, when we planned mission before to basically get Nikolai there, to Venus. I mean, someone had to decide Venus was basically the good possible safe house prior to mission. That was suggested, yeah.
That is true, but he would have to ask Michelson or Miss Renault herself to see. It's hard to know exactly who she's come in contact with. She's worked with us before in the CIA.
Yes, I'm not suggesting. I'm saying what I'm suggesting is someone who was maybe previous guest there, who also would have been pretty high up on the planning of mission, who would have to know to arrange all this. I mean, someone.
The only people who knew we were taking them to Venus was Michelson, Sarah, and Henry.
Vickman says no, not the water cooler.
Right.
Tragedy.
So, so Mickelson and Henry. Okay, so Henry is
Henry
Oh,
Lyman.
you mean
Lyman.
Henry Lyman? Oh, okay.
Michael Caine.
Howdy.
Yes,
He's
yeah,
only
yeah.
Howdy to me.
Ah, okay. So, let's see.
Very notable. Very notable.
very notable.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. I can only talk like
Very
Michael
good
Caine
movie.
for Harry Lyman when
Right.
I'm not actually trying to do it.
Right.
It'll line up eventually.
Mm.
All right. So, do you guys talk about anything else before you head over?
I got nothing, honestly.
No, me
Okay.
neither.
I would think, yeah, I would just say, and then Alexi would be like, I'm just, saying, he's probably just telling me along to. He says, I see why I like this place. There's good music, yeah. He says, selection food needs work, but
These are the sacrifices we make for our duty.
Let me hang on. I got to do something on a thing real quick. Give me a sec.
okay.
You got to see a man about a monkey.
All right. All right, we're ready. Very
Okay.
cool. All right, so you guys are heading over to the apartment, yes?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna put you guys. Hang on here. Oh, whoa. I'm gonna put you guys sort of in this black area because there's. Or actually, you know what? No, I'm not. Hang on. Give me a second. I gotta adjust this map.
So, are we all going to go in together, or are we going to have someone looking out behind us?
Well, I always like keeping a lookout. I might see the person who killed like my father or my mother. Or something like that.
I think having two people out just keeping watch would be a good idea. So I'll stay out as well.
Well, we
I
need
mean, you
one-
guys are our core agents. I think it should be Dex and Alexi.
one of the core agents should be at least inside the building.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I'll go in. Oh no, Will, get in. Get the fuck in there. You've been sitting in the hospital bed for the last couple days.
I think it should be Dex and Alexi staying out lookout because they're
Yeah,
some more
Alexi
heavier
will
hitters.
probably. Yeah, probably Alexi will stay outside, take a look out of
All
the
right.
area.
So who's doing what? You can
I
move
guess-
your tokens on here. Who's doing what? Neil, you probably need to zoom the hell in.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do too.
Jesus Christ.
Enhance.
So I guess Will's going in.
I'll go with them, and I think Annette too should go.
All right. So who's staying outside?
Alexi will just to be on point, just
Okay.
to probably
Alright.
smoking a
Okay.
cigarette as he's looking,
Okay.
saying lookout.
Okay.
So we're out. So we are staying here, and
Mhm.
those three are going in.
Everyone, give me a spot hidden check.
Okay.
Kelsey just took away salt roll for her.
Oh, hey,
Ooh. Nope.
Jesus! Remember to be checking these things off if you haven't already.
Yeah,
Shit.
no.
All right. So we got Dex and Leo. Dex and Leo looks like.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys are coming up the stairs to get to this second floor apartment, right this way, you guys notice an orange glow from inside these windows. From like there's drapes, but like you still see like kind of an orange glow behind these drapes.
It's
Only
another
love.
fire.
That's what I'm thinking.
Another
Vamos,
fire.
rápido. I'm running up to the door.
And Alexi
All right.
will
Oh, that
actually go
music.
to this
Whoa.
side here. Alexi will
Who's
go
it?
this side, motion to Dex to also
Okay.
help him over here so we can break the door down.
Okay, well that's not a door, that's a window. The door
A
is right here.
window? Oh, okay.
All right. So somebody said they were going to the door. Who was that?
I think that
That's
was
me.
Oh,
Okay.
So yeah.
What do you do?
I'm gonna bang on the door a couple times.
As you bang on the door, there's no answer.
Mierda. And I'll go to kick in the door. You know what? No, I'm gonna ask Will to kick in the door. He's bigger than me.
As you before you go to kick in the door, you see that the door is actually already slightly ajar.
Oh no, that's even worse.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no, yeah.
So
I check for traps.
Will pulls out his gun and then gestures. He's gonna kick it in.
All right, Big Bill, you kick in the door.
Bang. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Okay.
You see the still form of Zoe Baker laying on the ground over here by the couch. On the right, fire has engulfed what looks to be a computer desk, or a desk with a computer on it.
Yeah.
Probably a large one since that's how shit rolled back in the late 80s. And that the fire is spreading over here as well. There's also a door right here.
Okay.
Cover me.
Will
I'm going for Zoe.
Will kind of speed walks in and says, "Annette, cover our six. Leo, you're with me."
Vamos.
And they move to get actually should we do another spot hidden?
I'm gonna go for Zoe.
I mean, you can if you want to, but I mean, you see what you see right now. There's
Yeah,
a
I
door
know,
over
but like,
here and fire that's starting to spread.
okay, Will's gonna go over to Zoe then with Leo.
Okay, so Leo, I tell you what, Leo and Annette give me spot hiddens.
Nah.
Okay, so Kelsey did a pretty good one.
All right, so Annette, as you come in, you see that on the floor over here next to the fire is a file that looks like it's starting to burn.
I will quickly grab it and like snuff out the fire.
All right. Big Bill, as you get over here next to Zoe. Well, actually, I tell you what, Alexi and Dex, what are you two doing outside? Alexi and Dex, what are you two doing outside?
Okay, so are we able to hear alarm? Oh, like them saying, "Oh God, fire!"
Yeah,
Have they-
yeah, you would have heard.
Okay,
Yeah.
Good. Well, let's get the fuck in there.
Okay.
We have like a bunch of movement, so we're gonna get in and how much?
I put
movement
this thing together from scratch, by the way.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, I like
All right.
it.
So yeah,
How-
Dex,
how
you
much
come in, you see the fire, you see Annette holding what looks to be a charred file folder. And so Alexi, I guess you're just gonna wait outside.
No, I got disconnected again.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Will's gonna direct Dex to check the other room.
Okay.
Going
All right.
to the door,
So
get
Big
that open.
Big Bill and Leo, you were the first to Zoe. Zoe has an amount of blood on the back of her head, over her right ear. and it looks a lot like somebody maybe hit her with like a blunt object and knocked her out.
Um,
Dex, you're opening this door, right?
Yeah, I'm using like my shirt to try and open the door without like burning
Okay.
my feet.
All right. So you open the bedroom. The fire is spreading into the bedroom, and on the floor, you see a very dead Simons.
oh
Is there?
shit.
By the
As
way,
you,
is there any kind of fire extinguisher in this place?
I don't know. You can search around.
That's what I was gonna do.
Give me a spot hidden, Alexi.
Okay.
Hold on.
Once.
I have an ability that a skill that might be helpful. Let me look for it. I have an ability called Resourceful. I can spend 10 luck points to find a useful piece of equipment in their current situation.
Do you want to do that?
I think this would be. I'm never going to use that ability if I don't use it now.
Okay.
So yeah, I will help him look for a fire extinguisher and spend 10 luck points.
You would think that, like any apartment, there's probably a fire extinguisher under the sink.
Okay. I will go under the sink since I see Alexi looking around for the fire extinguisher, and I'll go for it.
Confirmed. There's a fire extinguisher. All right. Before we do anything else, let me explain to Dex Paul, because we kind of interrupted Dex finding Simon's body.
Okay.
Simon. Okay. So Dex, you see Simon's laying on the ground. There's a massive pool of blood by his head, and you clearly see he has been double tapped behind the ear
I'm going
with some sort of small caliber weapon, possibly a 22.
Got it. I'm going to check his body check his pockets and everything like that. Seeing if
He's
there's
got
anything-
everything: wallet, keys.
I will take his keys.
Okay.
And no notes or anything like that, or
Nothing on his person. No.
I'll say, guys, we got anything
There's
on that
a,
fire as I'm getting to the closet. Yeah.
Well, this is so you open the door here. This is a bathroom that you walk into. In the bathroom, you see on the sink guy stuff and chick stuff: perfume, shaving cream, razors, skin cream. You see a bra kind of draped over the shower.
Mm-hmm.
And some panties in a pile over here, and some douche boxers over here. So yeah, you come in here. Yeah, clearly they were.
Baby
Wow, wow, wow. All right, Leo, you've got the fire extinguisher. What are you doing, sir?
I hit something. Hang on. No, I'm going to go for the fire.
All right,
I attack the fire.
You attack the fire. You start putting out the fires. I'm assuming you're going to go around the room.
Yes, the fire. I show no mercy to fire. It's my mortal enemy. This fire killed my brother.
Let me get some
flying plates are my greatest enemy.
Let me get some char marks in here.
Really brings the room together, I think. Yeah. Helps the feng shui. It's worth 10 luck points.
I agree.
I just want to use that ability before the end of the game. I know I won't if I don't use it.
Okay. So you've put the fire out. Leo, the computer, whatever was in this desk, all of it's a total loss. Nothing in here. This thing was burned to a crisp.
Ow.
And we'll kind of ask for a sit rep for Leo, because I guess he's trying to stabilize Zoe, so he can't really multitask.
You could put her on the couch or something.
Yeah, he's picking up. I mean, George, is she safe to move?
You would think that it'd probably be okay to move her over to the couch. You don't want to move her around too much. Maybe you ought to have somebody help move her over to the couch. She probably does have a concussion.
Will turns to Annette. Help me get her to the couch.
Will help.
Alexi's kind of looking at the whatever the chart remains of the computer is. I imagine it was probably one of those old, like one of those Apple IIe or something, like an IBM
something like probably IBM.
Okay,
so he's like an IBM 387 or something.
Yeah, because he's trying to look to see if there's anything involved, because I don't know if they can't remember if they had some kind of storage stuff that they would have had at this time.
It's gone. This is all gone.
It's all gone.
There's nothing to pull from this area. The computer is donezo.
Okay, all right.
To answer Will, Leo was like, "Sekimo todo." It's It's all burned.
Will
All right.
goes,
So
and there
so
goes
Big
any.
Bill and
Oh,
Annette,
sorry.
you're moving Zoe to the couch.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
In the
Hang
meantime,
on.
Alexi will go over to. I take it these are the bookshelves here.
Yeah.
Real quick. Who has
Yeah.
who has the highest first aid?
Let me check here.
So I
Actually,
got a 30.
first aid. You said?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
30,
I have
unfortunately.
46.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
30.
Dex.
Dex
Oh,
call.
sorry. My dex is a healthy
No,
90.
your
First aid.
First
Oh,
aid.
my first aid. Oh.
Your name is
Yeah.
Dex.
Sorry, I thought you were asking for
That's
my
fine.
dex.
That's fine.
First aid is a 30.
Okay.
Okay. So
Alexi is our field medic.
Yeah. Will gestures to Alexi to come take a look at her.
Okay, so Alexi will come take a look at her and kind of see like if he can look to see where her vitals are. So I just try to check to see.
yeah,
how-
she's breathing. You would you would guess that she's taking a blow to the head. Somebody, it looks like somebody knocked her out from behind, maybe.
Okay.
And she's unconscious.
Now what do I now in terms of like what do you have to do anything to treat her or something like that? Like basically like see if I can.
I mean, you can just roll a first aid.
Okay. Oh
That's
no,
right.
failed. God.
Yeah, Alexa, you'd bullet wounds. Maybe you're not really used to concussions, even though you just had one yourself.
Right.
You would think that you would probably need to wake her up because it's
Mhm.
back in '87, people definitely thought it was not
Yeah.
safe to let people sleep while they had concussions.
Right. So he's basically saying so he's like prop her up and everything. Try to see if you can wake her and everything. And he goes, um, and he goes to the books thing and he starts like looking to the books to see if there's
Okay.
anything like maybe there's some like maybe they someplace that maybe Simons would have stashed some of this stuff like a
So
backup.
so in this bookcase, there's a lot of Ian Fleming and other spy novels.
Okay, but
That's about
nothing inside the books or anything like that.
Give me a spot hidden check.
Okay.
I
Like
believe in
something
you.
he would have something he would have hidden there. Nope. Dang it.
A lot of spy novels.
Okay. So then he starts going over. He's
Yeah,
going.
it looks like he had also finished that. It looks like he had recently finished Sidney Sheldon's Windmill of the Gods.
Okay. Popular book. Okay. And he goes over here, and he's
also got some Jackie Collins stuff in there, so he liked
Oh
the
yeah.
he liked
Okay.
the trashy stuff too.
Yep.
Or maybe
Definitely
that was
airport.
Zoe's. Who knows?
Definitely airport paperback reader. And so he's going to go into the bedroom, and he just ignores the body, and he just starts kind of like looking under the bed and like trying to like look to see if there's anything at all like maybe like if Simons would have stashed away something hidden in case something like this happened.
Yeah, give me a spot hidden check.
Okay. He keeps looking around. There we go.
So you lift under the mattress. You're looking around. You find those generic '80s vibrators that they had back then.
Oh god.
You find a couple of those. Meanwhile, back with Annette and Big Bill, what are you guys doing with Zoe, if anything? And Leo, what are you doing?
Will?
Shit.
Hello?
I guess
Hello?
yeah. Hello. Yeah. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
making sure the mic's still connected.
Yeah.
I've had a rough night with my mic. I pull out the file out of my purse.
Okay.
I found this on the floor on fire. I haven't opened it yet.
Sorry, my brain just went to the Bahamas for a minute.
She's handed you a file that was burned that she snuffed the flames on, and it's a file folder.
Sorry,
it has content.
And Will opens it to see if there's anything of value, considering that they went out of their way to burn this specifically.
So most of this is burned, but you can make out a few words on here that were on the original document. The first word, and I'll put these in chat at the same time, is ruin. The second word is connected, and it looks like it has lines drawn, but you can't see what you're drawn to them. And then the final word is boss with a question mark.
And that's not all.
See it.
That's all he can make out of that.
That's all that you can make out of it in its current condition. It was very badly burned.
Will,
If
they,
if Annette had not put out the fire, you would not have had that much.
And
Will,
But-
when we were at the place, and
At the
Unico,
place with the stuff and the people.
we were at Unico, they were
You were at Ukaipa. Ukaipa was what it's called.
sorry,
Ukaipa.
I gave
That's
her the
fine.
wrong.
That's fine.
Ukaipa, with his name is leaving me because I'm thinking of
Marvin.
I'm thinking of the boss. Not
Marvin.
Marvin said that they said ruin a lot.
Let this place be ruined.
Let this place be ruined.
No, hold on. I actually
Well,
quoted
ruin.
exactly. He said, "Leave the place in ruin."
Leave the place in ruins.
Not ruins. Ruin.
Yeah, leave the place in ruin.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same people.
and Will kind of closes the folder and says we're onto them. And he turns to Leo or actually Annette and says, try and get her on at least awake. We need to get her out of here. And Will kind of runs over to the... And Dex is still in here, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm checking stuff in here.
So Will...
Can I make a first check?
Hang on. I got too many people talking. Big Bill, what are you doing, first of all?
So Will walks into the bedroom and sees Simon's body. He goes, oh. Because he didn't see it, right? Because
You were busy with Zoe. Simons is clearly dead. He's on the ground. Big pool of blood underneath his head. Double tap small caliber behind the ear. Annette, what were you wanting to do?
I wanted to see if I can roll a first aid check to see if maybe I can help.
Yeah, you can give a first aid check. No, you not a nurse. All right. Yeah,
but-
Zoe's there. She's unconscious, but she's breathing. She's not. You've got the door open, so some of the smoke is coming out. Go ahead, Big Bill. What were you going to say?
But Will walks past the body and asks Dex what he's found.
It looked like the bathroom was mostly not really much. Definitely they were sleeping together. But I haven't gotten around to the rest of the room. I grabbed Simon's keys. Maybe there might be some stuff in his car.
Right. Go check.
All right, I can check outside. Maybe someone's got to check like under the bed and everything here. And is she doing better?
We've got her on the couch. We're trying to get her awake.
Can I try just before I go out to the car to see if I can find Simon's car?
All right, Dex. You want to go down and try to find his car?
I wanted to see if I can help with first aid before I
Okay.
leave.
All right.
Go find the car.
Yeah, give me a first aid check.
Yay!
Ooh, nice.
So
There you
yeah,
go.
Dex, you definitely know. You should probably sit her upright and gently, like maybe tap her cheek, maybe put some water on her lips, something like that, something to wake her the fuck up and keep her, and then then she needs to be kept awake until you guys can get her to the hospital.
Okay.
Yep. So you slowly bring her around, and she blinks. Remember, there's smoke in the room, and she coughs a little, and then as soon as she coughs, she looks like she's in a lot of pain, and she reaches up to the back of her head. And then she brings her hand back down and sees the blood. And she looks like she's in shock for a minute, and then she just starts screaming, Simons! Simons!
I will grab her hands and I'll be like, I'm sorry.
And she stares at you in horror for several moments, and then she just starts breaking down and weeping.
I
Okay.
will hold on to her and I will I'll say we should get you into the car so we can get you to the hospital, okay?
And she doesn't even respond. Her hands just start shaking.
Dex,
And then she... Go ahead.
Sorry, no, you're good. You're good.
But she lets you get her up, and she does so very gingerly, a little. She's very disoriented.
Could you tell me what happened? What do you remember?
I remember the door opened. it wasn't broken in. It just it just opened, and then I was about to turn around, and then that's all I remember.
I nod and I'll be like, it's okay. It's okay.
Now,
Just to-
based on what she's told you, Leo and Annette, since you guys are right there, you would guess that meant someone probably picked the lock.
Okay, but she was like over here, right?
She was.
So someone managed to get across the room before she could turn around.
Mm-hmm.
Someone bun rushed. That means there was at least 2 people.
They could have opened the door quietly and then just, crossed the floor. No telling what she was doing over here on this side, but yeah, that's as much as she knows right now. Bear in mind, she's got a concussion and
Right.
she's disoriented. So, all right, Dex, what are you doing? You're going outside to look for the car.
Yes, I'm gonna go find Simon's car. Does it have? Does the key have like a make in the key or something like that?
It does not, but you know which car it is because you saw them pull away. Remember, they left before you at the Bob's Big Boy.
Perfect. I'll find that car.
So you know it's an '87 Ford Taurus, maroon colored.
Perfect.
Oh, nice.
So real quick, Will's gonna call Alexi into the bedroom to help him search, and can he do a spot hidden? Can I do a spot hidden check?
Yeah, Alexei would love to show you what he found inside that bedroom.
Yeah, he says.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hang on. Yeah, Big Bill, go ahead and make go ahead and
Maybe
make
a
a spot
spot
hidden
hidden, yeah.
Fuck.
So you see Big Bill kind of struggling to look for stuff around the room. Alexei, do you want to inform him what he found?
He says, and then Lexi goes, he could have used it. He says, too bad he couldn't use this as weapon. And he shows him what he found there.
God damn.
Yeah, he couldn't.
No one ever attack Alexi while he's at his house.
So Alexei,
And then
wants to-
well.
yeah.
And he says, I'll tell you something else strange.
Well, hang on. I don't think Neil actually knows what you found under the bed. Is what I'm saying.
I don't.
No,
and Bill gets up from the bed and like grabs him by the collar and says, "Show some respect. A man's dead, you motherfucker. I know you prattle. I know
nice.
I know you prattle when you're afraid, but show some respect to the dead for once."
God damn.
That's not what I'm pointing. Yes, Simons is dead, but his girlfriend is not. Why didn't they kill her?
I'm guessing they took her out, and then Simon tried to fight back.
I'll say Bill. Actually, no, I'm not going to say that. Give Bill and Alexi, since you're having this conversation, both of you give me no checks, which is just clicking
Straight
on
up intelligence?
Straight up
Yep.
intelligence. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So Alexi and Bill. So as you guys are talking about it, you realize that they left Zoe here unconscious. They left Zoe unconscious in a burning building.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he does. Hey, and he basically points out what they did with what they did with Simons was a little bit besides strange to say, a little bit someone to show someone respect of his profession. What they tried to do to Zoe, that is animal. You see my point?
And Will kind of backs off for a second and says, "You're not wrong."
All right, Dex, back down in the car. Tell me where all you're looking.
So I get into the driver's seat and everything like that, and I start going through the usual. I check the center console. I pop I check the glove compartment. I then
In the glove compartment, you find some maps, LA County maps, Southern California maps, California maps. You also find, like the owner's manual for the car, and you find a small box, like a ring box.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Open up the box. I wonder what's
Oh
inside.
gosh! Just twist the knife it further.
F in the chat, lads. F in Twitch chat. You've trained for this.
What do you do? What do you do?
I open the box.
It is an engagement ring.
Oh! Oh!
Damn.
Twist that knife in deep, folks.
You
So
know,
what
he's
else?
2 weeks away from retirement too.
What else are you looking for?
Let's see. So I'm going to also check under the sun visor above me.
Okay.
Obviously, that's
There's a copy of his insurance and registration. up in the visor.
I'm gonna check under the seats.
Nothing under the seats on the driver's side. On the passenger side, there's some like little bits of food. Like it looks like a chip has fallen down there. A couple of M&Ms.
Man, I guess they left it all in the apartment. Yeah, good for them.
Are you checking anything else?
Yeah, I will want to check the trunk as well as the back seat.
So nothing in the back seat. You pop the trunk open. You see a spare tire iron. You find one of those like cans of like Fix-A-Flat, and there's a big blanket.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the blanket and kind of like.
You move the blanket aside, and there's an Ingram Mac-10 submachine gun.
Oh!
I'm going to cover the blanket, everything like that, and I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm gonna actually take hold of that.
And so as you're wrapping it up and taking it out of the trunk, closing the trunk, an old lady, like an elderly lady, probably in her late 70s, maybe early 80s, kind of slowly walks over to you with a cane, and she's points up at the apartment. She sees the smoke. Should I call the fire department?
Yeah, they're probably on their way, miss. Do you live around here?
Yeah, I live, and she points to one of the ground floor units. I live right here. Do the men need help that went up to see them? Were they still in there?
I'm not sure. How many men were there?
I saw 6. At least 6. That's a lot of people to have in that small apartment.
Don't know.
But I don't judge.
Yeah.
Did you know them? Yeah. If they're not in there, they must have left pretty quick. They were just here 10 minutes ago.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. Let's. I think the fire department's on their way, miss. Just go in there and stay safe. Did they say anything when they got here?
No, they were all wearing sunglasses and were dressed kind of same. But then I thought they were maybe a friend of somebody or something.
Did you see the car that they came up in?
It was a black Suburban.
Black Suburban. Did you happen to catch the license plate?
Oh, I didn't. I didn't think to look. I didn't know, there was going to be a fire or something.
Yeah, we want to make sure that they're doing okay.
What about Mr. Simons and that sweet girl?
I don't know what's going on with them. Go. I recommend you staying in your home, miss.
Okay. And then she turns around to leave. Should I call the fire department?
Well, it's good. Well, that's not a reliable witness.
Nope.
Okay. Well, much appreciated, ma'am. No, go rest. We got this.
I have to go check on my dog.
Go check on your dog.
Okay. And she turns around and starts to.
Should I call the fire department?
He's gonna keep the blanket kind of wrapped up under his arm as he kind of heads into the house, kind of closing the trunk of the car, and he's going to come back in, closing the door behind him. No, he's gonna leave the door open still. He's gonna open some windows, I guess, to make sure the smoke gets out. But he'll I know she's still awake, so I'm not gonna make it worse for her. So I'm gonna head over here to say things. Say, all right, 6 dudes came in not less than 10 minutes ago. I talked to one of the neighbors out there, who's some geriatric old lady who asked me questions like 5 or 6 times. But she said there was a black Suburban SUV. Came in 6 guys. They all came in and left soon after.
And Will says, "What's in the blanket?"
And as you say, "What's in the blanket?" you hear a blood-curdling scream from the living room as Zoe now can see the dead body of Simons through the door.
Damn it. I'm going to try to direct her to not... I'll try to pull her so she's not close enough to look.
All right.
And Will's kind of leading efforts, and he kind of tells Annette to get Zoe out of there. And turns to
They burn
Dex. We'll organize a cleanup crew or something. The body stays.
Yeah. Did they burn the phone too?
They did.
The only,
Everything on this
Everything on the
desk,
desk.
computer, phone, files, whatever was in that desk, totally gone.
And then Alexi says, "You must have found something besides, you know."
I'll pull out the blanket and kind of show the Mac 10
And
like that.
Will
It
goes,
was,
Jesus.
it was Simon's in the trunk, so we should hold on to this.
What else did you find?
You should definitely hold on to it because none of you have any points in SMG at all.
Nope.
No, but we can throw it at them.
That's
Hang
why
on.
you
What?
shoot all the. See, the thing is that you shoot all the bullets, so eventually it's gonna hit. You just need to keep
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, just spray and pray.
pray
Yeah.
and pray.
So
All right. So Annette is taking Zoe outside. Dex has found a submachine gun. What were you going to say, Alexi? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Alexi says, "Was there anything else you find? In the room that wasn't."
In the room, I didn't find anything other than else. He had his wallet. Simon's had his wallet in there.
Dex, did you keep the wedding ring or the engagement ring?
I put it back in there.
Okay.
Don't need
How about
to.
you? About you, Connolly. Did you find? What did you? Was there anything else?
Connolly, you didn't find shit. You were waiting for Alexi to show you the dildos that you didn't know about.
But what about the net or
And Neil's not even listening to me.
No, I am. I'm hearing about the dildos. I don't want to hear about the dildos.
All right. Or the vibrators, pardon me.
But
There's
Will's spot hidden check fucking failed. So he asked Alexi to help him search the bed. See if there's anything there that.
So if you guys want to have a powwow real quick while Annette tries, is taking Zoe outside for some fresh air. Now's the time. We'll have the last 5 minutes here. You guys can have a powwow about putting this thing together, and then we're going to call it a night.
Okay. So then he says, "Was there any? Was there anything like anything we could recover? Files, anything, something that in this room that anyone found?"
And Will.
Go for it.
Because I think Will still has the file, doesn't he, or did he give it back to Annette?
No, you kept it.
Okay, and Will shows the three remaining folks the file that Leo found. No, it was Leo, right? Who found the file?
Annette.
No,
Annette
you
found
got it out of the... Oh yeah, sorry, that Annette found
It was Annette.
Okay, sorry.
It was Annette.
And he shows the file that Annette recovered, and it says most of it's junk, but these three things are remaining. It's Ruin, Connected, and Boss. And Leo was.
I did say there were like a couple of arrows leading away from Connected, or a little like lines leading away from Connected, but you couldn't see. It was burned, whatever it was pointing to.
And Leo says, what
do I say? Tell me.
God. Damn it!
You went so close to going the whole time without it.
In the literal last 5 minutes.
Okay, what were you gonna say though?
So, Will was brought up to speed about what exactly was said at the warehouse raid, right? Like the ruin, leaving in ruin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he asks Leo, "Or do you think this is all connected?"
Well, I don't think it's a coincidence, but.
Or it was Dex, right? It was shit.
No, I was standing right next to you when Annette told you.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
May I say something curious? My English not so good, but do you usually spell he points to the ruin part. Do you spell it in all big letters like that?
And Will kind of looks at it and says, "Not usually, unless it's something important that he wanted to emphasize, or it's an acronym."
Oh, you mean like CIA, KGB, USA, USS is a USSR.
Do you think Ruin refers to a group?
Well, that's possible. I mean, it could be, that could be the name of the vaguely Eastern Europeans. This could be the name of the group they call themselves. It's not the Ruin could be name of group and also maybe what they plan to do. like a little sort of a, whatever of course, ruin could stand for something since the letters could be, maybe I don't know if they could be English word letters or maybe whatever Eastern European letters that they turned out to be whatever their thing. Um, but yes, be interesting. I think that could tell us that this could be name of third group working outside of CIA and KGB.
It's a possibility, and he gives the file to Leo for safekeeping, and he says, "Dex, we need to find a phone. I need to call Michelson."
Let's go.
All right,
Take
and
her
we
easy.
will.
Phone.
What are you doing with before we end tonight? What are y'all going to do with Zoe? Are you taking her to the hospital, or are you taking her with you?
Go
What are
to
you
the
doing?
hospital.
Yeah,
Okay.
hospital's probably for the best.
I
All
mean,
right.
she's not in mortal danger though. It might be safer to bring her back to the hotel.
Well, I mean, she's
He needs medical attention.
She had a fucking
Mhm.
she got a fucking dent in the back of her skull. So
clearly
Right.
got a
Still bleeding.
concussion. She's in emotional trauma right now. But it's up to you guys. What you want to do. We can powwow that at the beginning of
I
next.
think I'm outvoted here, but
yeah,
we can.
we're leaving the body.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so you're leaving the body. Door wasn't busted in. What do you do with the door?
Lock the
we
door.
busted on the way out.
No. No. Yeah.
Probably best to just leave it
Okay.
closed and locked. Yeah.
Mhm.
All
I
right,
have
very good.
So
Huh?
we can get
What?
back in here if need be.
Yeah, I'd say lock the door so no one can contaminate the evidence, and
All
then
right.
tell the group so that they know.
All right.
Okay.
We will end it there for tonight. I hope you guys had fun. Was that a good session for y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Oh,
was.
the intrigue! It's increasing.
Definitely the CIA.
This
So
is
you-
definitely coming like it's like,
We
oh,
got
we
layers
definitely need to
upon
talk to the
layers.
other guys.
a lot of leads to follow up on, and y'all still haven't even talked to any Russians.
I know that's what that's Alexi's still thinking. Okay, definitely we need to talk to his old comrades now, because you know at this point because he's thinking because again he's thinking like he's going on the idea like, oh, this is some third party that's got something going on. But yeah, so let's see. We had between the three of us, we had three. We almost had a fourth fire. There seems to be a consistent pattern with this.
Yeah, well, I'm keeping the fire extinguisher, by the way.
Yeah, we should have too bad we don't like a fire count at this point. Like like a fire counter. Like
This is my fire extinguisher. I'm putting it
This
on my
is the
list
fire-
of possessions.
So yeah, here's the flame counter. Like you go ding ding, like on the thing like this, like got like the flame counter.
So what was y'all's thought process going through this? Like, did you think one thing? Did you think another thing? Did it keep you on your toes a little?
More than a little, I'd say.
Here's the weird thing.
That it was gonna be
What were you saying, Alex?
I definitely thought that it was gonna be Petrenko and everything like that. And we would have had some kind of conflict with them yet, but it seems like that they're getting that. From what I can tell so far, it feels like that they're also